I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
All right, this is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing. The box. Oh fuck! Hold on. Jesus Christ. This is Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the Boxing Debate Arena. Open Lines Friday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Ralph Unreal, I should say. The Boxing Rule. Jamie Raiden. The Boxing Rule. Yeah, I already said that. Skull Kid. The Shitlin Disturber. Who was this? What else do we have here? Anyways, hey guys, I want to just thank you for helping us achieve our goal here, to obtain the Roadcaster Roadcaster Duo. So we achieved the goal. Thank you very much, everybody who super chatted. That's really gonna help improve the quality of the show. All right. Having said that, let's get down to business here. Anybody can join. Everybody should join. We're on the BDA Discord. The link will be posted in the chat. All right. Yo, guys, we are live. We have BDA, we have Fight Sports Talk, and Vessel. Yeah, guys, welcome to the show, first of all. And yeah, I wanted to, we can talk about anything, obviously. It's Open Eyes Friday, but I wanted to touch on this subject, the fact that some people are calling this, they're saying that this could be the Shakur era. And then I think Showbiz said, like, oh, we had the Floyd Mayweather era, then we had the Bud Crawford era, and now the Keyshawn era. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
I think an era needs to be at least 3 years. I think that's literally the definition of an era.
Uh-oh. I can't hear anybody.
All right, so...
Oh, yeah, I can hear. Sorry, it's still not used to this thing. Anyway, so as I was saying... Yeah,
sorry. You said... He said Mayweather, Crawford, and Shakur Stevenson, right? Because you said Key afterward. You said Keyshawn.
Oh, sorry, because I'm reading something. No. The Shakur era. So, again, I'm going to repeat this.
Wait, did he say Bud era too?
Yeah, he said we had the Floyd Mayweather era, we had the Bud Crawford era, and now maybe we might have the Shakur Stevenson era.
Yeah,
and there's so many things.
You need an era is at least 3 to 5 years minimum.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I can kind of. What is a Bud Crawford era? Go ahead.
Well, I can kind of see where he's coming from because Shakur just dominated Teo for 12 rounds, but it is a bit too early when you think about it. But we're coming to the end of. Well, Crawford's retired. Usyk, I wish he would retire now. He's at the end of his career. It's just going to be his decision when he does retire. In a way, unfortunately, is not going to be the superstar of this era. So they're looking for the next. They're looking for the next superstar, and maybe it is going to be Shakur, but it's too early to say.
Yeah, but again, yeah, I agree with you. It's too early to say whether Shakur is going to be the face of boxing. Mayweather era.
An era typically has to last at least 10 years.
What didn't they say the Pacquiao era? Was there a Pacquiao era?
Well, Pacquiao's era would have been. I think everybody agrees that he and Mayweather were tied during the era and until they fought each other. And then I know Pacquiao technically has fought for 10 more years, but not the number one fighter in the world. So I'd say from maybe 2008 to 2015 is when they say, I mean, Mayweather was the biggest name at the time. And then as soon as Pacquiao took out De La Hoya, that's when they sort of became 1 and 2.
All right. Well, I think that Mayweather.
Morning, fellas.
You go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, Bucho. I just wanted to chime in on the subject of this genius that is the Shakur Stevenson era. I just want to know, right? So I've got a couple of casual mates that I'm going to invite over for a barbecue and have a few beers. Can you explain to me how the fuck do I sell Shakur Stevenson?
Good point. Exactly. That's a great question. How do you do that? I mean, we see the media trying to push Shakur Stevenson now. I mean, you have Showbiz, trying to ask this question where, is this going to be the Shakur era? I mean, can it be the Shakur era? That's a question you should be asking yourself. Like you said, Carl, I mean, can we sell this guy?
Well, Bucho, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
You guys just mentioned Pacquiao. The difference is Pacquiao was built organically. He fought on undercards first. They rolled him out against Barrera, regular Showtime, and then he gradually was built beating those Mexican legends. And it was organic. It wasn't propaganda like they're doing with this dude, telling us one fight, and all of a sudden he's the best.
Right.
It don't make no sense to me.
Don't you have to also
Well, here's the...
Yeah, go ahead.
Was just going to say he is the best at 140. I think that's what people mean. To say that it's his era, yeah, it's too early. But the reason people are having this conversation is because we're coming to the end of Usyk's era. Because I think Usyk's always been ahead of Crawford, just not in terms of being a superstar. So that's why people are having this conversation.
Because of Usyk, you think? You think that the era of Usyk is ending, and so now they're looking for Shakur Stevenson as a new guy?
I think this is for casual. I think they're trying to do it for casual.
Yeah, but how do you sell Shakur Stevenson to a casual? What do you think a casual?
That's the part that's like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's illogical. How do you sell this to a casual?
I'm sorry, but call me a hater, but I like seeing guys that, look, in that Shakur, that Teo fight, man, he could have stepped on the fucking gas. He had Teo fucked. He could have stepped on the gas, man, and let his hands go. Come on.
I agree.
I just find that.
I agree. And he looked as, he's not like he was smaller than Teofimo Lopez. I think he was bigger than Teofimo Lopez. He couldn't do a little bit more?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just find it very boring, man. It's an amateur style. Like, it works in the Olympics. Like, give me 3 rounders with Shakur. That's all you'll sell. That's all I need to see, 3 rounds of Shakur Stevenson fighting anyone. Because I'm going to see the same.
Sorry, go on.
No, you're right. I'm just saying, you're going to see the same shit from round 1 to round fucking 12. So watch round 1, turn the fight off, and come back and watch round 11 and 12. Because it'll be all the same.
It's a great way of putting it from Carl, because it's not, when people say boring, what does that mean, boring? It means uneventful. It's like he said, you can click on round 6 and then rewind to round 10 and it's still looking the same. Again, that's not to disparage his skills. I mean, we everyone can see it now that he's one of the best guys at shutting out a guy's offense. That's undeniable. But, well, first of all, I mean, sorry, Virgil, I interrupted you, but I think we need to establish, okay, well, a couple of things. One, if Showbiz is just introducing the question of, could it be the Shakur Stevenson era? I don't think that's far-fetched, because you could say that about anybody, any of these top guys that are coming up. But as when, and the question then becomes, what does he mean by the era? Does that mean that pound for pound king? Does that mean that, or just, are we just talking box office attraction, or are we talking about both? That's the thing that that I think we need to establish before we continue the conversation.
Well, he definitely can't be talking about box office draw, because Shakur Stevenson is not that, and he's never going to be. But saying that he is the best in the world, I mean, I don't think anybody at 140 is going to beat him. Maybe even 147. But yeah, it's the same thing we had with Mayweather during his welterweight days, with Andre Ward, with Vladimir Klitschko. The best fighters are sometimes the most boring, but it is what it is. No, you can't market Shakur Stevenson other than what he is. He's a defensive genius, but it's boring as hell to watch.
And he's outside the ring. He has no personality. That's what I want to make a point, because Floyd at least had a personality. He was a bad guy. That was his shtick,
Yeah, totally.
to Mr. BDA, when people the counter to his what he does every 12 rounds straight, the counter is his opponent should do more. What do you guys say about that?
I agree.
Well, yeah, maybe an opponent should do more, but like if you're winning that easy, man, like can't you make it a little bit more exciting for people that are paying hard-earned money? I mean, we can go back
to the fans, bro.
We can get. I know he doesn't.
Fuck the fans before.
Oh, he said it numerous times.
Quote.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to look at when Top Rank tried selling boxing to the Formula One audience when he fought De Los Santos. People were walking out round 8, man. Like,
yeah, people were booing and throwing shit into the ring.
Yeah, so that's a great way of selling the sport.
To Frank's question, he brought the question: how, is it up to the other guys to do something about it? I would say, in a way, you could say yes. For example, Teofimo Lopez should have been able to do more, but that's never been. That's why a lot of us picked Shakur Stevenson to beat him, because the evidence was out there that he couldn't cut the distance, Lopez, and that was against guys who were inferior to Shakur Stevenson. So there was no way that he was going to do that to Stevenson. Stevenson, all he had to do was what he already does naturally, which is to shut out his opponent's offense, which was easy to do for him against Lopez, and then just tagging him in there, especially with that jab. That jab is what won him the fight. Like for example, Hartunonian, that was a different fight because Shakur Stevenson he had something to prove after the embarrassing performance against De Los Santos, or lack of performance. And he went in there to try to stop Hartunonian, couldn't do it. And again, I think I need to reiterate that I didn't mind that performance, because I sort of expected that if he was going to try to pressure Hartunonian, it was probably just going to look like a Winky Wright fight, where he's pressuring, he's hitting the guy with shots, but they're just not doing anything. And it's just from one round to the next, it looks like the same. Then Hartunonian hurt him with a left hook, and the guy said, "Oh snap! I was late in the fight." So then he sort of backed off a little bit, and even then, the people were walking out of the stands, which again ties into what we were, what you guys were talking about. Can he be the face of boxing? I think I said this before. He's been receiving such a push from the media that I think his next fight will have a significant bump of expectation and attraction from even the casual fans. But I think after they see that his performance, especially if he fights somebody who's a level inferior to Teofimo Lopez, people aren't going to be all that excited. And then subsequently from there, the performance, the attraction factor, the box office factor is going to lower. That's why I say he needs to be fighting guys that when you look at the matchup on paper, you go, "Oh, I don't know if he can beat that dude." And I know right now a lot of people are on hyperbolic overdrive with Stevenson. Like, nobody can beat him. This is what happened after he beat Valdez at 130. I remember hearing, no one between 126 and 140 can beat him. And then what happens? He looks like crap against De Los Santos. Then a year later or two, Cepeda gives him hell. So no one's invincible in boxing. But the question then becomes, like you guys were saying, well, should the opponents do more? Well, again, Hartunonian did very well. Lopez really couldn't do much. Cepeda did everything he could. It just so happened to be that Stevenson was the more accurate and better defensive guy. But that was still a fight in which he was giving hell. A lot of people give Nakatani grief for going to a war against Hernandez, but that fight was very similar to the Cepeda fight, but Cepeda Shakur Stevenson fight. So yeah, there are some guys you're just gonna you're fighting some of the best, you're gonna have a tough night. But I think they need to match Stevenson carefully against guys that are exciting and that can really match him, because otherwise, I'm gonna ask you the guys the question that I've asked everybody this week. If he fights Arnold Barboza next, and he delivers a performance with just 12 rounds, do you guys think the next time he fights, people are going to be excited to watch him, particularly the casuals?
No.
It depends. If he lets his hands go more than he did with Teo, because there were only like 3, 4, or 5 occasions where he threw more than like 2 or 3 punches at a time. So if he lets his hands go against Barboza, maybe, although Barboza just got outboxed by Lopez. So I'm hoping personally.
But sorry to interrupt, but that's why I said, if let's say it goes like the Hartunonian fight, where he tries to stop Barboza and Barboza gets hit clean, but he just doesn't go anywhere, and it's just a 12-rounder and people start walking out.
Yeah, people probably will start walking out because they'll say, well, this guy can throw 100 punches or 1,100, but he's not going to be able to knock people out. And maybe.
Can we be honest? Like his last knockout against Josh Padley, a guy that was installing solar panels 6 days before the fight.
That's got to be solar panels.
That's what he was doing. He was installing fucking solar panels.
Yeah, solar panel installation guy.
Yeah. 6 days.
Why are any of you trying to roast Shakur though? Like I'm gonna be honest. Yes, he might not be the most entertaining fighter, but for some of y'all in this chat right now trying to roast Shakur, it's like, to be honest, none of these guys around his age have as good of a win as Tio.
Let him talk. Let him finish. Let him finish, man. Go ahead.
Well, he's gonna make a retarded point.
Well,
shut the fuck up and let the man speak.
Yeah, what the fuck? So okay, I'm gonna shut him up then. Like, come on, Shitty, go ahead.
Well, it's just gonna be retarded. Watch.
Okay, well,
say something.
Okay.
No, my thing is, all I'm saying is, yes, Shakur doesn't have the most entertaining style, but the thing that everybody has to give him credit for at this point in time, what out of all these younger dudes, Devin, Ryan, Tank, whoever you want to put in there, this next supposed new era, who has a better win than Teofimo Lopez? Question.
Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, right?
Okay, but Tio also beat Loma in a more convincing fashion.
Okay.
Also, I don't.
But that name is greater than or equal to Teofimo, so that answers your question, right?
Who? What I'm saying is, if Shakur beat Tio, who beat Devin, or if Shakur beat Tio,
now are you trying to do a triangle theory in boxing? Are you doing triangle theory? Because that doesn't work in boxing, pal.
I'm not even doing a triangle theory. What I'm saying is Shakur dominated Teofimo Lopez in a level he's never been dominated before.
No, he didn't. Cambosos put him on his ass. Cambosos almost knocked him out. How that's better than what Stevenson did.
Cambosos
he just jabbed him up. He just jabbed him up, bro.
Cambosos got dropped. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, and he dropped Lopez first.
I don't even understand what the disagreement here is. Everybody here said that the guy is defensively one of the best defensive fighters in boxing right now. We're talking about, and then the question was because some YouTubers have been bringing some YouTubers are saying that this is the Shakur Stevenson era, or that it's sure to be the Shakur Stevenson era. Now that's what we're debating.
I think it's we're saying early, but he's well on that track. He's well on that route. And at this point, my thing is like, when you really think about it, a lot of these top guys like a Devin, like a Tank, if they're going to go in there and be patient and try to fight off feints, win by the jab, establish the lead foot, a lot of the same things Shakur's going to do, they're going to lose that fight. In BDA, there was a long time I was in this chat when we were talking about the Valdez fight, and I remember me saying, if Valdez goes out there at all and tries to probe, do anything at all, feint, he's already lost the fight. You agreed. And from that point on, it's going to take one of these Isak Cruz styles to even give Shakur issues. And even like guys like that, they're going to just get countered all night. And at some point be hesitant to throw certain shots. Even Zepeda throws close to 800 plus punches a fight. With Shakur, his numbers were a little lower than that because there was that factor of, okay, I have to slow my pace down a little bit because I can't just get countered all night because I'm going to get dropped. And to those people who are arguing, oh, yeah, Shakur doesn't get knockouts, he doesn't get this, it's like, yo, he's countering these guys so well and making these guys stop. Like, I've never seen Tio look that bad before. And Tio's supposed to be a boxer as well.
Cambosos almost knocked him out. Sandor Martin dropped him pretty much twice. What are you talking about?
Sandor Martin dropped him, right?
Yeah, and he struggled against Jermaine Ortiz too, but also Tio won
rounds in that. So what are you talking about?
He didn't win 8 rounds.
We've seen Teofimo Lopez struggle.
We just brought up 3 or 4 names, bro.
Yeah, well, we've seen Teofimo Lopez struggle. Now, did he lose like he lost against Shakur? Maybe not, but I mean, we've seen signs of decline. This was the whole thing about, a lot of people said before the Shakur fight, like, which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up? Because this is what we've been seeing from the guy, is inconsistencies. Like, sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. That's who he is. So to say that, Shakur is the first guy, but to make time, one at a time. Hold on. We need to claim that Shakur is the only guy who has exposed the guy. I mean, he's been exposed several times, not to this extent, but he's been exposed. So it's not. This is why I don't think it's a Shakur era yet. We should calm down.
Sorry, everyone's talking. Everyone's talking at the same time. But I think Fight Sports Talk wanted to talk. But Butcher, you said. What do you mean when you said Lopez in decline?
He hasn't been looking as destructive as he did after the Lomachenko when he defeated Lomachenko. Because since the Lomachenko win, he's been looking inconsistent. Sometimes he looks good, sometimes he looks terrible. And against guys like Martin and Claggett and all these guys. So, yeah, that's what I'm basically saying.
Well, Well, on that note, I don't think Teo's. I don't think he's fallen backwards at all. I think, as I've said on the show multiple times, he's proven, unfortunately, to be one-dimensional. He can't cut off the ring against guys who move. So I agree Shakur was always going to do this to him, unless Teo landed a lucky punch, which Richard used to say meant no chance. So this doesn't prove that Shakur is something that we didn't expect from him. Like, this was always going to happen. But in terms of, again, is this the Shakur era? It's too early to say. But the reason we're even having this conversation is because Bud's gone, Usyk's about to go, and the other top name who already fought and who knows who he's going to fight next is Bam Bam. So, but also he doesn't have the superstar on his resume yet, and Shakur has been able to take out at least one of the big names in this era. So that's why it's not because he, I
was like, what about Inoue? Inoue's been looking amazing. He's been doing amazing.
Unfortunately,
he has no era. Apparently.
Unfortunately, because of his weight class, he's not going to be the superstar. But he's
by the way,
right now, Usyk and Inoue are 1 and 2. I don't think there's a doubt about that.
Well,
you refer to Bam as Bam Bam, and you shouldn't say that because he gets incensed if you call him Bam. He goes, "No, it's not Bam Bam, it's Bam," with that little voice of his. No, but I wanted to say something about what Shady Q said about
what is
nobody can beat. That you need to fight. Somebody who can pressure Shakur Stevenson, and because that was a debate that people were having on the before last show about styles make fights and all that. But Butcher brought up the great point that it's not just a pressure style that gives him trouble. Because look at how he performed against Nakatila and against De Los Santos. Many people have made the point that if that De Los Santos fight was so uneventful with different judges, you never know, especially if he's not the A side. Maybe he doesn't get that win. In fact, I remember a guy brought that up to Shakur Stevenson on a live once, and Shakur Stevenson's reply was, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, I don't know who made you like the boxing god, but I'm going to keep fighting the way I want to fight. So that's what he said. So he knows,
really?
Like, he's going to keep. Yeah, and if he keeps fighting that way, Boxing Chief, we've talked about the Pernell Whitaker career because we did an episode on the whole Pernell Whitaker, and he got some decisions that a lot of people feel should have gone his way, but they didn't. Maybe because of politics, maybe because the judges, they all have a specific vantage point. Maybe they don't see certain shots, for whatever reason. Sometimes the fights are so uneventful or so close or whatever, and one guy like Pernell Whitaker doesn't punch that hard enough that they give the other guy the nod or the benefit of the doubt. That could very well happen with Shakur Stevenson. Look, we've been here before. I remember when Lomachenko stopped Linares. A lot of people were saying, "Man, nobody between 130 and 140. He's gonna have to go up all the way to 140 to get beaten. Like Crawford is the only one who can beat him." I remember people saying that. Then that was after the Rigonda fight. Then what happens? He goes in against Linares, gets dropped. All of a sudden, people get a little quiet. Same thing with Errol Spence when he beat Mikey Garcia. I remember people saying, "Sean Porter doesn't have a chance. Garcia doesn't have a chance," and people tend to. This happens after every win. People get excited and this guy's invincible. But again, we've already seen Shakur Stevenson in fights were very competitive, close. He's not doing much, and the fights could go.
Not everyone. It depends on the fighter completely. No one said it was a Cambosos era after he beat Teo. Right?
Yeah, well, that was
no one said that.
Listen.
It's because.
Yeah, hold on. You're right, man.
Cambosos has a better resume than Shakur. Well, right, way better resume. So how are you going to say this guy's the best?
Because they're bringing
not really. Because Cambosos arguably lost 6 fights in a row. What are we talking about?
Cambosos has a better record. He's fought better fighters than Shakur has. So how are you going to build this guy up so much?
Not really.
Not really. Come on, get out of here. Not really. Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez.
You're talking about Hitchens.
How guys get a fight?
Well, I'd like to see bullshit. I'd like to see Shakur against Hitchens. That's an interesting style.
And he lost all of them. He got outclassed in all of those fights.
Yeah, but he faced
so
those
what?
guys.
Who says that this guy Shakur is going to be able to beat those guys?
Well, he needs to face them.
Well, he might not even beat Cambosos.
He needs to face them. This is the thing. He needs to face them. We can't just say by triangle theories and all this bullshit. Well, he also needs to fight them. He's just going to beat them because he's so good. No, he has to fight them. He has to fight 3 times a year. I mean, I wish he would. I mean, a lot of fighters don't do it, obviously, but he should start fighting at least twice a year, but we'll see what happens. I was going to bring up that thing is, why are they talking about the Floyd era, the Bud Crawford era, and the Shakur era? I mean, there's no Canelo era, there's no Inoue era, there's no Pacquiao era for some reason.
Can I make a point?
Is there a narrative here going? Go ahead.
I want to make a point for anybody says something here. If we really are going to try to push Shakur and say this is the next guy, and they're going to like really, really like the media is going to push him, everybody's going to push him, then boxing's going to be in a horrible state for the next couple of years. It's going to be in a weakened state, which it already is. Because if they're gonna do the same shit with Floyd, of like, this is the guy, no matter if even if when he loses, because Floyd lost against fucking Castillo, he lost against Medina. Even when he loses, if Shakur loses and they still give him a gift win, what do you think that's gonna do to boxing and the casuals? They don't like seeing that shit. They turn it off and they don't watch it again.
That's a hypothetical. We don't know if he.
Yeah, no, but you can use logic to figure out what's gonna happen.
Hold on. Well,
yeah, but all right. To use logic, can I just say this? To use logic, is anyone going to go and ever rewatch fucking Shakur and Teo?
No.
Anyone?
Well,
Will anyone ever rewatch?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Super fans.
But again, we're not saying that. But to answer your question, we don't know if Shakur's going to have to be given a gift decision in order to maintain his unbeaten record.
Likely. I mean, are you saying he'll never have a close fight? Because even Floyd had close fights.
I didn't say that.
Well, how likely? No, but that's hypothetical. But how likely is it that he never gets into a close fight?
He's going to get.
It's unlikely. The answer is it's unlikely, and the probability is that he will get his ass saved by the judges because we've seen. I mean, it's likely that. I mean, it's possible that it never happens, of course, but it's unlikely.
He will have a close fight. I just don't know with who. But
no, I don't know. Of course, who knows? Who knows? I mean, who knows with who? Who knows? But that a close fight, unless he never fights, unless he fights once a year and then avoids certain fighters, then maybe, you know what? Maybe he'll never have a close fight.
Dude, if he fights once a year, how is that even an era then?
Well, that's the thing. When I bought Crawford, he was fighting once a year since 2020, and his only two big fights were Canelo and Spence. So I don't know how. Yeah. I mean, to me, if the era probably ended in 2020, because how can you be fighting once a year like that? You need to fight everybody, and then find, even if somebody thinks, oh, he shouldn't fight this guy because he's just gonna beat him, he should still fight them because who knows? Maybe this guy will give him a close fight because of a style, a different 100%. Size. But the thing is, they never fight. They fight once a year, and then I'm undefeated. How did this happen? I'm so great. Like, well, you were fighting once a year, and then you were nitpicking here and there. I mean, and then you look at. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. De La Hoya was fighting 4 times a year, 3 times a year, and yeah, of course he had some losses, some close losses, but he was fighting everybody, and this is what happens when you fight everybody and consistently. You're gonna and all of a sudden end up fighting a guy that you're supposed to win, and oh shit, it's a close fight. But that doesn't mean you're shit, right? But when you're just fighting once a year, you're not gonna get tested. You're not gonna be fighting all these different.
Well, nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crawford had the opportunity to fight to be a lot more active because he ended up becoming the name in boxing after the Spence win, but he chose to just wait for Canelo, which again, that's disappointing. In terms of Inoue, again, I'm the biggest Inoue fan. He is everything we need in boxing. Unfortunately, he's not going to be the superstar, even though he's got all the qualities. It's just
he doesn't have the right look, right? He doesn't have the right look.
I don't think it's about the problem.
He's never been through the struggles.
Yeah, it's the wrong look.
Never been through the struggles.
Yeah,
I think it's
just not the right look. Maybe if he got some corn braids, maybe they push him a little more, right?
I didn't say that. I'm talking about his division. Just when you're a small guy, unfortunately, he doesn't have another Donaire to build his name off of.
I mean, Tank is pretty damn small, and they're pushing him pretty hard, right?
Well, Tank had the Mayweather benefits. Tank had the
he's getting pushed.
Look, I've been in the room.
Maybe Inoue should beat his girlfriend or his wife. Maybe then they'll push him a little bit.
All right,
hey,
guys.
BDA, I like what you're doing and everything, but why we always gotta have weirdos in this? Like, I understand. Like, come on now. What? Those are out of line. Like, come on now.
Anybody
I get that.
join.
Yeah, Tank is doing that and everything, but you said one.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
This is Open Lines Friday. Anybody can join. Anybody should join. By the way. Mars.
We got these weirdos over here worshiping Shakur Stevenson. Come on,
all right, guys. All right, hold on. Just super chat, and then you guys can continue. Mars Deckard, thank you for your super chat. He says BDA forever, man. That's right. Thank you for your super chat. Really appreciate it, man. All right, yeah. Anybody can join, guys. So unless you start going, I mean, something's violate the YouTube community guidelines, then yeah, we'll kick you out. But yeah.
Well, again, nobody's denying that Shakur is boring, but in terms of name value, he is one of the best.
He's not just boring; he's trash. His defense first garbage. All he does is hit you with taps and jump 5 feet back. That's how he doesn't get hit. His defense.
And you can beat him. You're saying he's trash. Like, I'll be honest. Yes, you got to stay from a fan's perspective on this, because I'll be honest. Like, from somebody who actually boxes, like you can't just sit up here and call somebody trash, because you know, you get in there and you try.
I can do exactly what he does.
Wait, let me answer.
I can do the same thing. It's easy work. Easy.
Let me answer the dude's question saying, can you beat him up? I've seen the dude street fight. Hold on, Food TV. We've seen the dude street fight. He dropped himself right after he hit some chick, and he couldn't even. He dropped some chick before he dropped. He dropped himself before he dropped some chick, right? And then if this fool just left.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about Shakur Stevenson?
Let me finish my point.
No. Excuse me.
Let me finish my point, bro. I was in the middle of saying something, dude.
Hold on.
Let me finish my point. I was in the middle of saying something.
I want to ask something.
I was in the middle of saying something. Hold on.
Are we talking about
Yo, Lion,
bro, hold on.
Lion, you can't just jump in and interrupt everybody, man.
All right, so I was saying, look, we see them street fight. He can't hurt nobody on the street. And then we see what happened at the weigh-in, right? When they're doing the weigh-ins between Teofimo and Stevenson, that other welterweight, Tiger Johnson. He tried to scrap with some dudes in there, and he got his eye busted up. He got stomped on. You know what I'm saying? His face was all swollen up. So it's different, bro. When you're fighting on the street, just.
Yep. All right, Lion, you can go in now.
That's all I was gonna say.
I'm not exactly sure why we need to resort to discussions about feral behavior such as street fights, etc. Because
he said, "Can you beat him up?"
No. You don't have to interrupt me. Do you
I
mind
can definitely beat up Shakur.
Do you mind if I finish? Do you mind if I finish? Okay, sure. Actually, I'll let you speak, and I will extricate myself from the conversation. Good luck.
Don't make me beat up Shakur.
No, you go ahead. I'm done. You go ahead, Lion Legal. My bad.
Go ahead, Lion. All right. So the reason why they were talking about street fights is because the guy mentioned, I forget his name, about if he was asking if FUTV could beat up Shakur Stevenson. That was
but he meant in the ring. Like that's being retarded saying in a street fight. Like in the ring. Like Julia, do you think you can beat Shakur in the ring? Be honest.
Oh yeah. I would just throw flicks. The game plan is just to throw flicks. Don't load up any punches. Just hit him with. That's all you do. Teal's problem is that he was pulling shots back to land power punches, and when Shakur's in the ring, that's not the name of the game. It's all about landing taps.
So do you go like Olympic style? Is that what you're trying to go to? Is that how you would beat him?
You beat him by throwing taps. That's how you beat him. You go tap for tap. That's why I don't see any plan of him beating Devin Haney. Devin will tap the fuck out of him. Tap, tap, jump back, tap. That's all he's going to do the whole fight. Easy work.
I think Hitchens gives him a lot of problems. Maybe.
I think, what's his name? Russell. Russell's a bad matchup.
Another one. Yeah, to say that he doesn't need to fight all of those. He just beat Teofimo Lopez, so what's the point of fighting all these other guys? Like, come on.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't want that Russell fight. People already asked him. He said, "Why would I gonna fight him?
Yeah,
he has nothing."
Well, I hope he next faces either Russell or Devin Haney.
He's gonna go against Connor Ben with a weight rehydration thing.
I hope Ben's not that. I think Connor Ben has options. I don't think he would do. I mean, he's not stupid.
He has options, but Eddie Hearn's a fucking Jew who's gonna sell him out.
Is he Jewish? By the way,
Connor Ben is such a generic.
I want to read a super chat here quickly. Mike Rodriguez, thank you for your super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, FUTV speaking facts. They never push the Eastern European fighters or Asian fighters. They push black fighters way more. It's FN facts. Let's be honest. It's fucking facts, I guess. What's FN? I don't know, but yeah. All right, that's an interesting point of view there. They treat certain fighters.
FN stands for Fallout New Vegas.
For what?
If they could,
look, this guy got into it. He beat up two strangers in the street, and look how hard they push him. They push. I mean, the real like you got to have a criminal background to get pushed by the system.
I mean, the real question is if Devin Haney will take the fight with Keyshawn Davis. That's a real question, though, because they've been talking shit all over the place from.
That's what he's calling for. You know that? That's the night.
No, yeah,
that's the next fight Haney wants.
No, yeah, but Bill Haney's been talking shit all over the place since way back then about Keyshawn. Because he knew Keyshawn is like a big dude making 135. But that will be an interesting fight, to be honest, you know.
He's too small.
Because the thing is, something that I noticed about the Ortiz fight, by the way, that was a fight that gave me a little bit of money. I bet on the Keyshawn knockout. Something that no, but I was sweating during the whole fight because something I noticed.
Bro, I lost money on that. I lost on Tio, bro.
I just didn't put money on Shakur because it wasn't like worth it because it was like so much of a favorite. But anyway, going back, something that I noticed with Keyshawn is like you can really take him out of his game if he if you frustrate him. And something that Ortiz was doing is frustrating him a little bit just with his footwork. But something that Ortiz didn't have at all or like really good was a good jab. And that's something that Haney, for much hate that he gets and Cap, and I'm somebody who personally doesn't really like him a lot. I think he has a really good jab, and that's something undeniable. And plus, he's a little faster than him, and I will say they're about like the same size. There's both guys that came down from 135, and they can make welterweight normally, like nothing. So that will be an interesting fight. The way bullies make each other.
Can I just segue? Like, I mean, the whole call of the show is about is Shakur the next pay-per-view star than face of boxing? I've got to say no, he's not, because he's not going to sell.
I think the superstar era, I think it's I think die with Canelo. I think what we can have like at the moment until like the next superstar comes around. I think we're just gonna have like little cash cows spread all over the boxing world. I don't really think we have like superstars anymore, like with pay-per-view shit. I think the market just is not for like a superstar. We can name guys like cash cows, I think somebody you can call a superstar is somebody who has a whole country behind him.
No, Shakur isn't going to be a pay-per-view star because it's just not in his style and personality, and he doesn't have the rivals.
I mean,
If Shakur had stoppages, then yeah, he could become a star. I know that people make it like it's so difficult to make a star. It's like, he needs to like be from another planet. Nah, man, like just fucking put it in the ring. Fight 3 times a year, knock out your opponents, drop all the belts, or leave no doubt that you're the champion. And this guy's gonna become popular. People are gonna start talking about it. You see a knockout reel? Did you see this?
I mean, something that Shakur can be.
This guy fucking going decisions.
It's not in his.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm saying it's not in his. He doesn't fight in that way, so he's not going to be able to cause the knockouts that you're talking about. So
no, I know.
Unless he has a bunch of big names like Teo, and he maybe makes more interesting fights, then he's just going to be a really good fighter who won't be a superstar. It's going to be like Andre Ward, Vladimir Klitschko all over again.
If I'm honest, the only big fight that I see for Shakur right now is Conor Benn. And he dances the pants off Conor Benn. I don't think Conor Benn gives him any resistance at all. But Shakur, if Shakur's got the balls to go to England and take that fight in England, it'll sell well. That's the only fight that I see that Shakur's going to sell well.
Conor Benn is a waste of time. Conor Benn is useless.
You and I know that, but it's not about us. It's about
attracting an audience. I agree with Carl. I mean, that shit would sell over there, of course, imagine. But I don't even think Shakur would even go to the UK.
I don't want to see it. Why? I don't want to see a useless idiot have to try and fight Shakur. I want to see somebody who's got a chance, like Russell or Devin Haney or maybe Dalton Smith, although I don't know if that fight's likely.
It just won't sell.
Dalton Smith in the UK. Dalton Smith in the UK. No, but I don't think they beat. I mean, who knows, man? Listen, maybe we're getting carried away with this Teofimo Lopez win. I mean, because Teofimo Lopez also. I mean, this guy he didn't look that great, man. He didn't even have balls to.
He was drunk, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's something there.
He was drunk in the ring. You see that bottle? You see that bottle they gave him at the press conference? He drank that shit before the fight.
They spiked his.
I think the thing about Teofimo, man, I saw a lot of shit wrong with his the strategy. But the thing is, something a lot of people don't talk. It's not even about him being a bad fighter. I think he's like bad trained, and that's corner instructions and like the way they put a Vaseline no homo into his face and stuff like that. Like it's a really gruesome corner thing that you can see like on TV. It's like worse than the Epstein files. Like it's really bad. Like
I mean,
like the instruction was because the thing is Moses was playing like really good things. Like when you jab, keep to your left. Don't let him jump on you. He's telegraphing his punches. When he's gonna throw his jab, he's always gonna make this thing with his right hand. Like really good instructions, right? Yeah. But then Teofimo Senior was like, "Come on, man, hit him!" Knock him out.
Yeah, I
Come
mean,
on.
listen.
Man.
Teofimo Lopez did pretty good for a guy who doesn't have a corner. I mean, he basically fought without a corner.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. I think
he's got a hell of a long way on his athletic ability and his own ring now. Because I tell you, he gets fucking zero out of that corner. Fucking zero.
Yeah, exactly. That's what exactly.
Exactly. So he's doing everything.
What
are you doing?
I remember the fight.
Here's the thing, though. I was so happy he got his ass whooped this way. I was so fucking happy because, like, this is like the thing I have to show you, man. Fire your fucking dad. I get it. He's your dad. You know. I'm not saying he has to be his enemy or nothing like that. You know, he can still be your manager or some shit or your shit leader, but he cannot be your trainer, dog. Like you can't. You've been fighting a fucking open stance fight with your hands down. I mean, come on.
They tried it a little bit with Eddie Reynoso. Remember, they tried it a little bit with Eddie Reynoso, but he was still in there. I mean, I think he needs to leave the gym. He can't even.
I think they were just. Yeah. I think they were just pay sessions like everybody else, and since they
he was in the corner,
shit,
like corner, but he needs. Yeah,
so back to what I was saying, Shakur Stevenson, as a lot of people have astutely observed, does not have the gravitas, the bravura, or effectively the charisma that you need to be a very successful boxing champion that's going to attract a lot of attention. If you look at, for example, people like Conor McGregor, part of the reason that he's so famous is not just because he is able to garner media attention by his antics, it's also because he was knocking people out. Mike Tyson, the reason that he's so celebrated 30, 40 years after his heyday, almost half a century later, is because of the knockout reels. When I watched Shakur Stevenson against Teofimo Lopez, I actually turned the channel. I was very bored after the 7th or 8th round, and in almost all of his fights, it's the same way. And even if he tries to knock people out, I don't think he has knockout power. Devin Haney is the same way, although Haney seems to have more power than Shakur Stevenson does. So it's going to be very difficult for him to be the kind of star which people expect, because they keep on making comparisons to, is he on par with Terence Crawford, is he Mayweather level, etc. He's not going to be able to have the media behind him like other stars were. Even Terence Crawford didn't have the media behind him because, aesthetically, he may not look like the conventional TV star. In addition to that, his demeanor is not also easily accessible by a lot of people. He seemed to be very dour, somber, almost like a curmudgeon, rather than somebody who's upbeat. If you even take the analogy of streaming, for example, most of the streamers that are very popular, like iShowSpeed, are very upbeat. They have a lot of energy, much like Mayweather used to have. They seem as if they kind of uplift the room in a sense. So I don't think that it's going to be an easy road as far as commercial value, being commercially successful for Shakur Stevenson compared to what Tank did or other fighters, etc. And I would also say that I've seen some people making racist comments in this room. I think that is rather uncouth, should effectively be seen as what it is. It might even be jealousy, as far as a lot of the black fighters who are successful. But to constantly be trying to put this down to race misses the whole point, because this is the most difficult sport in the world. People risk their lives on a daily basis, and the reason that they're successful is because they win. You can't be very successful or make a lot of money or have a lot of media attention if you constantly lose in boxing. So stop with the jealousy and stop
I agree
with the racist.
I agree with the racism. I agree with the racism, and we just saw Wilder pull out the race card because he was claiming that Tyson Fury was cheating, which is a big accusation. I mean, extremely big. He's discrediting a professional boxer like Tyson Fury. So I mean, yeah.
So let us actually speak accurately. Let's speak accurately. What he said is that no. Okay, so what he said and obviously you're referring to the Simon Jordan interview. What he stated is that people may be less likely to believe him because of race. He didn't say that he lost because of race. etc. From what I recall. Now, if you recall something different, now he made a comment about the count being longer than it was, etc., etc. But that may be a complex issue that might be difficult to delve into.
No, it can be pretty simple. I mean, it could be that he's jealous that he lost to a non-black, I should say. Because I'm not going to get into. No, you got into it because Lion, you got into. Let me talk. I
don't like to do that. So.
All right, you brought up the. Listen. I'm gonna have to mute you, Lion. You brought up the race here. You said somebody said something racist that you think he might have been racist. You're not sure. That's your opinion. I'm giving you my opinion, right?
He said that. He said Shakur Stevenson is a criminal and a lot of black fighters are thugs, etc. You don't think that's racist?
Well, no,
that's not racist.
A lot of boxers in general are.
Is that comment excuse me? Is that comment racist or not? That's not racist to say Shakur Stevenson is a criminal and that a lot of thuggish black fighters are.
Lion, I don't. You're gonna leave now. I'm pretty sure you're gonna just bounce down. But anyways, I'm gonna keep talking. There's a video of Shakur Stevenson hitting in front of a gas station, right? Committing thuggery. Did you see the video, Lion? Did you or did you not see the video? Lion. Lion. No. Answer my fucking question.
No. Let me ask you a question. Okay.
No. That's not how it works, Lion. No, shut up, man.
Let me ask you a question.
No. You're not gonna play this game with me. You're not gonna play this game with me.
No. I'm not playing any game with you.
You don't want to bring race, and I bring Tyson Fury. No. Wilder didn't say that racism. You want to have it one way. You want to have it one way where some people are racist and other people are victims.
In my initial statement on this panel, I already said that fighting in the street is inappropriate. I already said that. Now I don't classify people by one mistake they've made in life. I don't think that that is particularly edifying to be saying.
We're entering another subject here.
Can I ask Lion a question?
Made a particular mistake, so this is that. But based on that criteria, based on excuse me.
This is not the OJ trial.
Based on the criteria, Bucho. Yes. Based on the criteria that the fact he fought outside makes him a thug, that would mean that Conor McGregor is a thug. Correct.
He is a thug. How's that?
Okay.
I mean, Jesus Christ. See, no. You think that we're racist over here. That's what you're saying. Oh, you think we're going to be like shafted or something because you brought up Conor McGregor and we're going to be defending him? You think we're going to defend him? You're in the wrong place, man. Go ahead.
That means most of the people in boxing who have had any peccadillo, any issue outside of the ring are basically thugs, right? So even De La Hoya is a criminal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all criminals. Yes, that's what I said. They're all criminals.
Okay, so that means everybody in boxing is a criminal.
A lot of them, not all of them. A lot of them.
Canelo was accused of breaking somebody's jaw outside of the boxing ring. So he's a thug, right?
He's a thug, yes.
Yeah, but
okay, so in that case, almost every boxer is because a lot of them have had fights outside of the ring.
Are you surprised,
man? You're taking it like somewhere dark, man.
Are you surprised, Lion, that a lot of these guys, a lot of these boxers have a dark
boxers gonna do that, man.
Like, what are you talking about, Lion? Like, welcome to boxing. Welcome to the sport of boxing. I mean, and you know what? Look at their uproar. Go ahead, Carl. You want to say something? Sorry.
Look, I wanted to say, Lion, do you think Deontay Wilder's a race-baiting piece of shit?
He won't answer that question. He won't answer my question. So.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Because he is a fucking race-baiting piece of shit.
He is. Clearly. Multiple times he brings up race, what was it? It's been 500 years. We have and then he brings up.
Cry me a fucking river, mate. A multi-fucking millionaire fighter wants me to feel sorry for the cunt.
Yeah, he's actually like the most.
It's a shame you left, Lion, because I had a few more fucking questions for you, you fucking peanut.
No, and the thing, listen, this guy Simon Jordan. All right, maybe he was pushing too much on that.
Yeah, he was pushing it. He told him to shut the fuck up.
But at the same time, Wilder is the one that he keeps bringing this up. He keeps tarnishing Tyson Fury's reputation by saying that he cheated. Right, so Simon Jordan brings this up, and then all of a sudden now Wilder doesn't want to talk about it. So
Bucho, here's my problem, right? Wilder has no problem fucking discussing it when he's got the right audience and the guys that are fucking cheering him on and calling Fury a cheater.
Exactly.
But soon as some cunt asks him why you being a peanut and talking like a fucking idiot, he turns it into a race thing and then brings out white privilege.
Yeah, it's a way to shut down the conversation.
I just want to know where the fuck do I get my application form for my white fucking privilege?
Exactly.
No, but the funny part is that, because the thing is, the journalist, he started the conversation really well, and he came in with a good point. He said, "Okay, since both of you fought like the same guy, and you guys fought the same amount of times, it was a good fucking point, with the Fury thing, right? Since Chisora was right there, so Chisora is black too.
Yeah, but the problem is though,
why did he
Wilder said I don't want to talk about it like 3 times though.
Yeah, but the thing is,
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like
Chisora is not like
listening. I don't want to talk about it.
They both look bad in a way. The guy shouldn't have been pushing for
that.
They
both were retarded.
But Wilder at the same time, he looks like a pussy. Wilder, because he brings that up like Carl said, when he has the right audience. Then when he has to explain himself. He pulls off the race card.
Dude, why does Tyson Fury not just sue this guy?
I think.
Why do we have to? But because he beat the fucking shit out of the guy. Why does he have to sue him as well?
Well, I mean,
Tyson Fury can sue him, right?
He could. I think, yeah, you're right. He has a pretty good case.
Come on, fucking man to man.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
I know, but Fury, dude, just shut him up. That would be the easiest way to shut him up.
Well, shut him up in the ring again. No, but yeah, I don't see the difference between Fury and Devin Haney. Like we settle it in the ring, not in the courtroom. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to do that.
I mean, also, Tyson Fury, as much as he acts like he's a buffoon and shit like that, he's a pretty intelligent man. He understands what he's seeing. He sees that Deontay Wilder is a pretty disturbed man. God bless him. God bless his heart. Like deep down, I think he's not a bad person. He's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, Severino, Tyson Fury literally said, "I'll help you out with like any medical treatment you need or anything." Like,
isn't he making fun at that point?
Yeah, because the thing is, Tyson. No, but that's like that's the point I'm going to go.
He's not saying it's a joke.
About Tyson Fury is also
yes.
What?
No, because Fury did have mental problems.
There you go.
He's thinking
what fucking man in this world hasn't? What man in this world hasn't?
That's the thing.
I know, but
everybody has them now.
We're saying that Tyson Fury is being nice and trying to help out Wilder, and Wilder keeps talking shit.
Yeah. Look, I don't give whatever it is with Wilder. I don't know, man, but I just find him a race bait and piece of shit. And I'm glad. And Chisora's going to knock this cunt out with him. I got fucking Chisora in 4.
Damn. I mean, I have Chisora winning also by stoppage. I don't know where exactly. Yeah, but I can see that. I mean, Wilder's finished. He's done.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna have money on. I'm gonna have money.
Chisora is also gonna show in the documentary.
What's this documentary that people are talking? I don't have no idea. What is it? What is it about?
No, the documentary.
He said it's funny. He fucked it up.
Okay, I thought it was a documentary coming out or something. Yeah, go ahead.
It's all his evidence. And for me, I'm guessing fucking 78 Sports, Blue Balls, and fucking Fred's going to be fucking narrating it.
Imagine.
Mate, it's just, you know what I love, Bucho video? This is what I love, that when Wilder's back and now he starts talking his fucking bullshit, all of these fucking fans have just come out of the woodwork again. We thought they retired. We thought that they were silenced, but they're back. And, mate, we are going to get a fucking couple of months of great comedy out of this shit that's coming up. Just watch.
Yeah, like I said on a previous show, it feels like a flashback. Like I'm going back to the 2019, 2018, when Wilder, the golden age of Deontay Wilder, we're back. For a little while.
I wonder how long it takes you to collate all this evidence, because we're sitting at 8 years now.
Oh yeah, they have nothing.
Well, it's coming out this year, he said. So.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, why this year and not like 3 years ago, 4 years ago? That doesn't make any sense.
It's because he's trying to put it up for the Oscars. He thinks he's gonna win something.
That makes a lot of sense. But yeah,
it's a weak year for the Oscars, so he's trying to get a Oscar himself.
So yeah, going back to the Stevenson thing, I guess that's how we ended up talking about Tyson Fury because of the race card.
Wait, if Wilder loses to Chisora, you think he's going to accuse Chisora of cheating? Would that be the funniest thing?
No, it just seems to be this Fury thing, man. Like he's got no problem with Parker beating him, no problem with Zhang beating him. But it's just when you talk about Wilder, it just I don't know, man. It's he's got PTSD from it.
Isn't it that crazy that he was talking about white privilege and all that shit when he was like one of the most protected fighters like of all time? You at this level of skill, you have this little level of skill, and you were allowed to have
millions.
I don't know, 11 to 12 fights with nobody's defending your fucking belt. I mean, come on.
The
Severino, I
WBC
mentioned
literally made him defend against like nobody for the longest time.
He's mad at Fury because it was supposed to be a cherry pick, and he's still kind of hurt that it backfired on his ass. Because I think they didn't do enough research of Fury. I think that's what happened. I think they just saw somebody who was coked up, overweight, and
but
on the last dollar, I guess.
And for Wilder to play the victim card thing, like this guy, like you said, he had 9 title defenses, 9 title defenses against I don't remember who. I mean, I don't want to say nobody's because there were somebody, but there weren't. Joshua had a better record at the time. And so, I mean, this guy, and he earned millions of dollars. So and with limited skills. So he did great. So I don't see how he was some sort of victim in any way. Or he had to do more than somebody else. As a matter of fact, other boxers probably deserved what he got. Yeah, but they never did. This guy got it easy, in a way. I mean, he'll look at Joshua. Look at even Dylan White has a better resume than Deontay Wilder. Was Dylan White ever in a position like Deontay Wilder? Never. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Wilder had it easy, man. So to play the victim card, he should
not
be
only that,
grateful.
Not only that, Bujo. This motherfucker actually had like a copyright to a probably a Hall of Famer just based off his 10 title defenses.
And the popularity, some. I mean, he was a super popular, I guess, and he didn't transcend
just in the title defenses. He's actually in a very prestige club in the heavyweight division.
Rocky Marciano,
not many guys.
Huh? He's with Rocky Marciano title defenses, number of title defenses, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like with Vlad. He's with Marciano. He's with a lot of people. Well, I mean, with a few people,
Yeah. Even though he only had that WBC belt, obviously, but that counts as a title defense, right? So
yeah, but how they're gonna do it. The heavyweight division is really hard, just even to keep a belt.
Yeah.
But thing is, in context, that was like only bet was lose because Joshua, Vlad, and Fury were like passing those 3 belts around like like cigarettes.
Yep. Well, anyways, moving on.
So it wasn't.
You guys want to talk about Deontay? Kind of past it.
Oh, isn't there like a fight coming up?
Deontay.
Fight coming. I mean, we have Nick Ball tomorrow.
The Nunez fight. Nunez Figueroa.
That's not. When is that?
The Sugar Nunez fight.
Figueroa probably gonna get knocked out.
No?
Yeah, Nick Ball.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Nick Ball stops Figueroa.
I would think so. We got a super chat here from Rafael Garza Jr. Thank you for your super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, Wilder wanted to get pregnant and Shelly Finkel called his own fighter Wilder a baby champion in order to avoid Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah, I mean, they avoided Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah, do you think the king was Bucho until what he fought? What's his name? Ortiz?
Well, I mean, if we look at Wilder's career are full of no-names and title defenses against no-names. And when Eddie Hearn offered him the 120 million, he got a title defense against. He even got to fight Brazil, and if he lost to Brazil, he'd still get the fight with AJ. So it was given that option, and I don't know why he turned that down. I wonder why.
Well, I mean, that's a debate.
I mean, I think it was mostly his team because he was with what's his name, the how you call it, with the PVC.
Al Heyman.
So, yeah, I think it was mostly the PBC blocking the fight because I think he was dying for that back too. Because he couldn't stop talking shit about Joshua anytime he could in ESPN, everyone he won. He couldn't take my right hand. I want to knock him out in front of his people.
Hey guys,
Joshua.
Yeah, go ahead. Then I'll jump to something else. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The news. Let's talk about this. Mayweather files $340 million lawsuit against Showtime alleging financial misconduct. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has filed a lawsuit alleging, like what I said, $340 million of earnings were misappropriated by Showtime and its former sports president, Steven Espinosa. The lawsuit also implicates Mayweather's longtime advisor, Al Heyman, in the alleged financial misconduct. The legal action has sparked intense speculation within the boxing industry, with commentators like Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algieri questioning whether Mayweather was misled or failed to track his finances. Some insiders suggest the lawsuit may be linked to recent reports of Mayweather facing financial troubles. Despite his historic earnings from fights like that 2015 Manny Pacquiao and 2017 Conor McGregor. So is this guy broke or what's going on? Does anybody understand exactly the misallocation allegation?
So, from what I gather, I think it's fudged pay-per-view numbers. Saying that pay-per-view numbers were higher than they actually were, and now Floyd wants.
So they don't have them.
Floyd wants.
That makes sense.
That's what I've heard, and it goes back. It's over 10 or 11 years that he's claiming for. It's around. If they worked it out, it's about 33 million or something a year.
That's a bad lawsuit. He's gonna lose that shit.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
You can't prove that. Even if you fudge a number, you can't prove that you fudged up the number. As long as you stated it in your taxes that I did this instead of that, he's never gonna be able to win that.
I heard Al Heyman's name's not even on it.
Then who the fuck is he suing?
Spinoza and Showtime.
Espinoza and Showtime. Yeah, Al Heyman's a fucking ghost, mate.
How's he gonna Showtime? Really? Is that what he's doing?
Showtime's not a company, so
yeah.
Well, who's gonna pay him out?
Well, yeah, I don't know why they mentioned Al Heyman, but let me check.
Because that's who he needs to sue. Because that's who had his money.
It says the lawsuit also implicates Mayweather's longtime advisor Al Heyman.
Yeah, but apparently his name's not in it. His name's not in the file. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it sounds like Floyd's desperate. And I mean, let's be honest, he can't read a fucking page of a Harry Potter book. So, probably not the best at fucking math either.
Some people are saying he's broke. Or no, he's not broke, but I mean, he's not doing.
Well, he's not our kind of broke. What we would call broke. He's probably down to his last 200 million. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I see what maybe he does have a leg to stand on, and he can prove this. So he's saying that Heyman was undercutting him.
Oh.
And that Showtime knew, and that Showtime was helping him undercut.
It's like donking or something?
Mayweather.
Some donking shit.
Yeah. Using different bank accounts and transfers with different names. So he may have a leg to stand on, depending if he kept his paperwork.
Yeah.
Who was doing his paperwork?
This motherfucker can't read.
Well, Mayweather said he kept his own paperwork, so I wonder if that's true or not.
If he was smart, yeah. Maybe he does have something.
Maybe he does something, or this is just complete desperation. We're gonna find out real soon.
Damn.
Yeah, boxers suing lawyers, it doesn't ever work out.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This one has like 100%. Like
I've even looked at the
Virgil filed out.
I got the Virgil and the Golden Boy paperwork, and I've had to read through it, man. And I don't think it's looking good for Virgil.
Yeah.
Really? So
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like Virgil's manager wanted $7 million for him to fight Boots, and in his contract, he's signed to He's signed to actually $1.5 million, $2 million if it's a pay per view. He gets another $500,000 if he wins a belt, and he gets a proportion of the pay per view sales.
Yeah, but what the lawsuit is to leave? No, the lawsuit is to. It's because apparently, what's the connection with the zone and the Golden Boy contract?
It's a breach of contract.
Yeah, it's a breach.
So it was breach of contract. They were trying to do them for breach of contract, right? Now, Eddie, this is where DAZN has the final say on all of Virgil's fights. They've got, because they're the broadcaster, they've got the final say. So they get the final say. Now, Golden Boy is to offer Virgil 2 fights a year with a minimum of two opponents per fight, right?
Okay.
All Virgil got was the boots offer.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And he never got the second offer. So that's one part of the claim that they're saying for breach of contract.
Right.
They were never given an option.
Yeah, I remember.
The big one is that they don't have a broadcast deal because the Golden Boy with the DAZN broadcast deal expired on the 31st of December 2025. Now, in Oscar's, his counterclaim is that they have a term sheet with DAZN, but they don't have a contract in place as yet.
They're working on it.
And they have
right? That's what
they're working on it. Yeah, that's right. They're working on it. So they've got up until August, I believe it is, until they've got to give Virgil another fight.
Oh, shit.
So this could freeze. All I can see this doing, man, is just fucking freezing Virgil out.
Oh, man.
What does this say about Oscar that ever since Canelo had that weird, I still don't know what to make of what happened there with that weird lawsuit with him and DAZN, where he ended up going back to DAZN. Yeah, ever since then, every name, aside from Jaime Munguia and Zurdo, every name from Ryan to Ortiz, I'm pretty sure there's somebody else in there, ends up suing Oscar.
I mean, all these promoters get sued, right? I don't know a promoter that never gets sued. So
yeah, but with Oscar, it's just extra
really
weird. I mean,
maybe
one thing is that he was born into, he wasn't born into wealth. He created his own wealth. So I don't see why he would have a reason to limit these guys into contracts that they clearly don't want. I mean, Ryan, I could give him a pass because Ryan's just a complete idiot. But with Ortiz, it's just weird. Like, this came out of nowhere.
He's got a big following, bro. He sells pay-per-views. That's the thing. Ryan sells.
Yeah.
See, Virgil hasn't even been on a fucking pay-per-view. So I think his managers jumped the fucking gun here. I really do. I think I can see this freezing Virgil out for most of this year.
Well, if that happens, then it's a travesty. But
mate.
But with De La Hoya, again, it's just, I know every promoter show has been sued. It's just part of the game. But it's just extra weird when it comes to Oscar because he knows the game. He's got enough money to where there shouldn't be these types of contract issues, and especially with Ortiz, like, why is this fight not happening when it was actually Boots who ducked the fight previously, but now Boots is full steam ahead, and
this is where Virgil's saying that yesterday's home runs don't win today's ball game. That offer back then was 50-50. And even Oscar's come out and said that they want 60-40 now. They don't want the 50-50. They want more. I kind of agree with him because I kind of agree with him.
No, come on.
No, I kind of agree with him.
I kind of agree with him. That's a 50-50 fight.
I kind of agree with him because Virgil's made more noise at 54 than fucking Boots has. Who's Boots for?
That is complete hogwash. That is complete.
As an American crowd, that is a 50-50 fight. Because of the American crowd, it's a 50-50 fight. Hispanics and blacks, it's 50-50, bro.
Yeah, look, on paper it is, but according to the fucking to Oscar and Virgil's team, they want more.
Oscar's a fucking dipshit, dude. Oscar is the biggest tool in boxing right now.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It's a flat out.
You won't get an argument from me with that.
Yeah, so it's a flat out duck. I mean, that's terrible to say that they deserve more than 50% of the money in a fight like this is just completely retarded. Which again,
they should do 40-40 and 10 goes to Eddie and they split 5 and 5 with Eddie and Oscar. You know what I mean? 40-40, and they split 5-5. Eddie and Oscar. Seriously.
I don't get why the lawyer didn't offer another fight to Boots. Sorry, to Virgil. So he only offered him the Boots fight, and that's
only offered him Boots. Only offered him the Boots fight.
He's got no network, dude.
So all that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes,
and that's
yeah.
Virgil's
He's
argument.
got no network.
Virgil wants out, man. I think Virgil's going to Turkey. I think he's going to end up on Zufa.
Yeah, I'm thinking Oscar's out of money.
Well, he
Oscar
lost
sold his house in Vegas, bro.
Really?
Sold his house in Vegas.
He also some building he owned, like the office building. He owned it, and now he can't pay it anymore. So they're gonna.
Bucho, I heard some rumors. It's just a rumor. I heard someone in Zufa went up to Oscar and straight up offered him a bunch of money to just give out his fighters, and he almost took it.
Yeah, you guys are right. Maybe Ortiz ready to join Zufa.
This dude's out of money, bro.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have a network, mate, you don't have a pot to piss in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Top Rank's on. What's Top Rank on? Fucking Tubi now.
Pluto TV.
Yeah, like you're gonna get ads. Like, yeah, it's gonna be free, but you're gonna get jammed with ads because they got to pay for the shit somehow.
Damn, bro, that's kind of sad. It's really on Tubi. Is that where it's at?
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
It's on Pluto TV or Tubi. Any of those two.
Disney Channel at that point, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, sort of Netflix.
Well, they were on Disney Channel. If you think of it, they were on ESPN on Disney Channel for so long.
I just think the pay-per-view models have just been broken for so long. They're trying to flog a dead horse with it. And it works for mega fights, and I'm talking mega fights that every casual in the world wants to see. And, mate, even these cross-code fights, like they're talking of an Usyk with some kickboxer guy. The Usyk's going to
fight freak show.
I don't think that's going to happen. And I pray to God it doesn't, because Usyk's way too good for that. But having these kinds of conversations, they don't always go everywhere. And I know we got Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, horrible, but it doesn't mean every freak show is going to come into existence.
No.
It's not so much a freak show, man. It's all about the casual audience, man, because it's not about us. I wish people would stop worrying about what we want, because us as fucking diehard boxing fans, we're not going to get what we want. It's what's going to sell. And the sooner you work out the business of boxing, the smarter you'll be.
We shouldn't give a pass to people who want to give us dog shit fight after dog shit fight and not any of the fights that we want.
What are you going to do?
We should be demanding.
What are you going to do about it? Whose door are you going to kick down?
All I can do, which is
not
say,
not pay.
This is the fight that we should have, and talk about the fights that we should get.
Well, it's not about talking. Also, I mean, yes, that's one thing, but not paying for it. I bought the Shakur Stevenson Teofimo Lopez fight, right? So, how many people actually bought it? I want to know. What do you guys think? Did the numbers come out?
I bought it over on Sober's. I was on Sober's channel. We bought it over there.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
we had three screens. We all bought it.
The thing is, though, maybe I should stop. Nobody should be buying these fights, because we're just supporting.
It should everything should just be free on the zone, how it was supposed to be. Just everything on the zone.
Yep. Yeah.
Like Paramount, why are we paying pay-per-view? You know what I mean? Exactly. Dish. Nobody's got Dish. Nobody's got DirecTV.
Yeah. We should just.
No, I mean we could be watching.
Yeah, we should stop paying, and then if these fighters start asking for more, for money, and then the zone, for example, or whatever, they should tell the fighters, listen, this is the amount of money we have. We can't pay you this amount. That's it.
But that's the thing, when they're trying to negotiate them into the contracts, they they sugarcoat all this bullshit, trying to it's all flowers and daisies in this side. But there ain't no money coming in, man.
Yeah. There isn't. And Turkey kind of disrupted the market here with his splashing money around again. It was like another type of Al Heyman, because this is what the PBC did in 2015. They disrupted the market. They started injecting a bunch of money. You had Erlandi Lara getting paid $2 million to fight
Canelo?
No, that fucking Jewish guy.
Canelo, it was Canelo, and then it was the one before him. He fought.
You know what it does?
Well, guys like Turkey, man, create a false economy in boxing and make boxers think they're worth more than they actually are. And when people actually look at what a normal boxer would make in a normal fight without Turkey's fucking intervention, it's a lot fucking less than what they're getting. So, of course, everyone wants to hold Turkey's fucking hand. Why wouldn't you? He's going to pay you probably 4 or 5 times what you're worth in a normal fight.
Right.
Yeah, I think just looking at the landscape, Zufa has a really, really easy time taking over this. A lot of these people don't have any financial liquidity, and yeah, Zufa's the future, bro.
I agree, man. I agree, and it's playing out in front of our eyes, man. Like I think they're just going to get more and more notoriety with these big fights with Turkey's influence.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was, right, Carl? They came in here, splashed a bunch of money, make sure they were the only kids on the block, and now they can go back and say, you know what, we're not going to pay you this much because go good luck and try to get money anywhere else because there's no one else now.
Exactly. And you know what? It's not like we're going to see the likes of fucking Tyson Fury and Usyk fighting for $100,000. Come on, like the guys that are going to get paid $100,000 to fight are the guys that are probably would never normally earn $100,000 to fight, mate. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to fight 3 or 4 times a fucking year with Zufa. That's what Zufa's going to make them do.
They're going to be a great point. The Bam Rodriguez was offered $10 million for 4 fights.
That's fucking great money, dude. That's good money.
And he's probably going to end up taking it.
That's life-changing money, man. For any man, that's life-changing money. He's got a young family. He's got a young family.
You know, somebody mentioned they're going to have them fighting 3 times a year, and maybe because also Zufa, I hope they know how to create stars, and this is one of the recipes, right? You need to put a guy in the ring there 3 times a year. So
Dana is 100% committed.
Right.
Not only Dana, man, but they've also got the guy, the WWE promoter, the guy that promotes. Yeah, I'm not sure of his name, man, but like they've got some really smart heads in fucking Zufa, bro. Don't worry about Zufa, eh? They're going to be all right. And I think the name Zufa. The name Zufa it's a brand, so they're going to sell the brand like they sell the UFC. That's what Dana and his team does. So this Zufa branding, it's going to be everywhere, and guys are going to have it on their shorts and their gloves, and it's going to be all plastered all around the ring. And even these
big
fights,
boxing gyms, you're going to see kids with the shirts on. You know what I mean? They're going to sell them at Walmart.
100%. 100%. This is marketing 101, people. This is how you sell. You've got to sell shirts. You've got to sell merchandise. You've got to sell tickets. And for the life of me, man, people are just really quick to jump down their throat. And why would anyone be mad at us getting more cards? Like, why would you be mad at getting more fights?
Well, the fighters are
the
fighters are not getting paid. You know, they're not getting paid enough when it comes to the UFC and stuff.
Bucho, you know what it is? It's like an abusive relationship, bro. It really sounds like it.
Bucho, do you know how many guys' money I really care about? How many these fighters? Do you know? I could not give 2 fucks. I could not give 2 fucks what these guys earn, mate. I just want them to fucking fight.
Yeah, why would you care about?
What about us?
They don't care about us.
What about us? They don't care about us.
Yeah.
Right?
All I want to say is that I really care about.
They don't care about the consumers, the boxing fans. We've been through shit as well. Getting shitty fights, paying for shitty fights.
We had years of garbage shoved down our throats.
This is starting to sound like a Deontay Wilder story. Keep going, Bucho.
Exactly.
This is sounding like
I
a
say
Deontay
from
Wilder story.
2014 to 2020, we had some shit cards. Some shit cards.
That's an
from 2014 to 2020.
Understatement. Yeah, I mean we filed. I mean, why is
we had Luis Ortiz?
Why is
on pay-per-view? We had.
Why is boxing in the place that it is right now in this dire situation? Why is boxing in this? Is it because of us, the fans? Are we to be?
It's because of the boxers and the promoters.
Yeah, and then oh no,
greed, man.
Dana White's gonna ruin the sport of boxing. Are you fucking serious? He's gonna ruin the sport, not you. You're not responsible. You had nothing to do with it, right? No, it's
the consumer. We're the consumer. We have a lot to do with it because we're the consumer.
Well, we supported this nonsense for a long time. I think
for years, for years, since
decades. No, but for years, yeah. I think it's time to stop this shit. No more buying these pay-per-views. No, let's not support these fights. Don't even show up to the arenas, man, to be honest. Unless it's I mean, they put on a good fight. These promoters need to pay for this, though. Non-violently, of course. Non-violently. We have Dirk in here.
It's old media, man. Old media is the problem. Also, I'm a believer of old media that's out there right now.
Yeah, we need new media.
Like this.
We need new media.
We need new media. We need new media.
The new media.
We need new media. Think of it. It's all these old heads that are the ones that are always, oh, they're not getting paid enough. Oh, but a lot of them are former fighters that are in the media, right? And they're the ones saying, oh, they're not getting paid like they used to. But hey, at a time, you were there when the iron was hot.
Right.
The iron's not hot anymore.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Bernard Hopkins because he's gonna go down with Golden Boy. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel bad for Bernard.
I forgot about Hopkins.
Why do fans like to complain about when fighters, talk about their pay, but not like the big guys like the Oscar De La Hoyas and the Dana Whites? What about their pay? We don't hear you guys complain about what they get. That's weird to me. That's like, I don't understand.
Oscar gets 15% of every contract. I don't know what you mean. He gets 15%.
I'm just saying there's bigger fish.
Well, yeah, I know. I look at Al. Look at Al right now.
Whoa.
And we've been complaining about Al for the past 7 years.
Well, people were complaining about Al, but if they were smart, they would have realized that if PBC goes down, that means that's a reflection of the whole sport is dying. That's why you see Top Rank can't get anything. Who else?
Not really.
They have no money.
It's evidence that mismanagement gets punished. Mismanagement. So PBC is mismanaging its operations. They don't even have any courts anymore. So in a free capitalist society with a free market, this is what it should happen. They should go bankrupt. They shouldn't be saved by anybody. We shouldn't save them. Why should we save a sinking ship?
What I'm saying is it's a reflection of the sport in general. I mean, the Zone. Look how much money the Zone was spent on Devin Haney, for example. Did they ever get that money back? So like in general, boxing is not a healthy sport. So
because
you can
it's
say,
mismanaged.
it's just PPC.
No, it's mismanaged.
That's not smart.
It's not only PPC. Because it's mismanaged. It's being mismanaged. And
the whole damn sport is mismanaged.
And these fighters, yes, of course. And it's
not going to be for long, though. It's not going to be for long. It's not going to be mismanaged for long.
I mean, even Turkey is pulling back a little bit, so that should tell you something.
No, he's pulling back because how much money can he fucking splash into the sport? Like, okay, at the beginning he tried to, consolidate all these boxers.
Well, that guy's got billions behind him, so he does. So look what they're trying to do with the Saudi league and soccer,
Is this Brian?
By the way, I want to say something.
Is this Brian the Brian?
I want to say something about
that's Brian Harkin, yeah.
Oh yes, what's up, man? It's been a long time.
I want to say something about Shakur.
How you doing, bitch? It's been a while.
Go ahead, Dirk.
You say that guys like Shakur are killing the sport. That's an insane thing to say. So one fighter of all the fighters we have in boxing is killing the sport.
Okay.
Like what about guys who are offensive minded, like Benavidez or Virgil, Boots, Crawford? Well, he's retired, but like one guy is not going to kill the sport, and nobody's forcing you to watch this guy either.
One guy is not going to kill it. No. Nobody's saying he's the
you can watch.
He's responsible for taking down the whole sport. Like, no, of course, that's ridiculous, Dirk. Come on, nobody. I don't think anybody's saying that. I'm not saying that for sure.
From a technical standpoint, right? Shakur is a brilliant boxer. He's not entertaining.
He's not.
We have a couple guys. Would you say Bivol is an entertaining fighter?
Not really.
No, he's more entertaining than Shakur.
He throws more combinations. Most of his combinations the same. It's the same 1-2 every single time.
Is Bivol being pushed? Is Bivol being pushed as some sort of like the Bivol era or anything like that? No, of course not. because they're realistic.
Well, you have to realize that America is the mecca of boxing, and the media.
Not anymore.
Not
anymore.
No.
Well,
you think they're gonna You think they're gonna convince people that just because they tell you he's a superstar, next superstar, like people are gonna believe it? Like, no, of course not.
Can I put it like this, right? Yeah. When the heavyweight division goes in boxing, right, and it's not in America anymore, right?
That's true, and that's not good for boxing, by the way. I know some of you celebrate that shit, but it's good for boxing if the heavyweight division is healthy in America.
When has boxing been the most popular sport on earth? During the Mike Tyson era and the Muhammad Ali era.
Exactly.
Heavyweight divisions, right? That's when boxing's been the most popular sport, right? And
knockouts.
Shakur is gonna be another Andre Ward. You remember Andre Ward was the last gold medalist. He's a good-looking guy, religious guy, family guy, winning all these titles.
He's a great boxer. He's absolutely boxer.
Yeah, but is he fun to watch? No. And just think about it. Anybody, I'm tired of these hipsters trying to say, "Oh, he's going to be able to do what Floyd did." No, nobody's going to be able to replicate that because we don't have Floyd. We don't have stars like Oscar Pacquiao and Cotto, Gotti.
Let me tell you why he does.
Let me finish. And then we had HBO, which was the mecca of boxing. Everybody knew that was the hub. That was no confusion over TKO, DAZN, all this other bullshit where you got to download and subscribe to all these weird things for like $45 a month. And at the same time, UFC was a baby. So right now, the UFC pretty much gobbled up all the fucking casuals, and the casuals, you need them to move the needle. Now, Shakur is great. I think he's an amazing talent, but you're lying to yourself if you say you're gonna get 10 people, 20 people at a fight party for a Shakur fight. You're fucking lying because if you bring 20 people to a Shakur fight party, nobody's gonna call you ever again. You're gonna get cut off while you're from nobody. He's gonna like that shit.
Bro, people walk out on his own fight in his hometown, dude, versus De Los Santos. How is that not true?
Yeah, dude, okay, hometown.
Let me explain.
You think he's really gonna be a guy that goes from city to city selling out arenas? No.
And let me tell you why. Let me rebuttal to your point. Look, you might not like it, but Shakur does have an opportunity to be a star for one reason.
He doesn't understand.
Let it finish.
He does, but look. Well, you got to let me respond to you, dude.
Yeah, go for it. My bad.
So the reason he can be is because for what you said in the beginning, the names are in and around his weight class. You got Devin Haney. You got Ryan Garcia still out there. You got Isaac Cruz. Hold up. Isaac Cruz. Tank Davis is still in the lurch somewhere.
Dead, bro. Tank Davis.
You never know. When Tank comes out of prison. It's gonna be like Mike when Mike Tyson came back.
He wouldn't even fight real fighters when he was out of prison. He's not even fighting real fighters when he's younger. What makes you think he's gonna fight him when he's inactive?
If they offer him crazy money to fight Shakur, he'll do it.
He's too scared, bro. He's not gonna do it. And I'm sorry, like Ryan is not Oscar. Devin is not. He's not Cotto or dude. It's a whole nother era where. We really got to really bring down the numbers. And even with the Floyd thing, he doesn't even have the personality or the stick that Floyd had. And Floyd was a beast when he was in the lighter weights. And he doesn't have that. We don't. It's a whole different landscape where we're behind the power curve because of the UFC and because of just the way where boxing is right now. So, dude, I'm not trying to hate on Shakur. I get it, man. But I guarantee you're lying to yourself if you're telling me that you're gonna get 20 people and they're gonna enjoy a Shakur fight night. You're lying. You're lying to yourself.
Anybody putting Ryan Garcia's name in there, right? Just remember he got beat by Rolly Romero.
Ryan's not gonna last, bro.
Yeah. But
Ryan Garcia is still popular and people want to see
Ryan
him.
can make a comment. If he beats Barrios, he's a champion. People are gonna forget that Rolly performance. But yeah, I mean, it's not like this guy's super. I mean, skill-wise, he's not a super.
I mean, and by the way, that's a 50-50 fight between Ryan and Barrios. That's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I don't know who to pick. But
that's
that's another
that
thing.
says a lot because
I'll pick Ryan because Barrios is.
That is a pick 'em fight.
But the point is
Yeah,
though.
I
Okay,
mean, Ryan
so
Garcia
Dirk is saying to you,
And that tells you how weak. That tells you how weak boxing is now, right? When you go Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios is a 50-50 pick-em fight.
Well,
That tells you how weak the sport is right now.
Welterweight is really
all right,
bad
guys.
division
Let
right now.
me recap here. Dirk said that Shakur has a chance of becoming a superstar because there are some names that he can fight, right? So he said Cruz. Who else? Mason, Schofield, I guess. Tank, but that's
Yeah.
maybe big, maybe.
I have a different reason why he could be a superstar.
What is
People could tune in to people could tune in to see somebody try whoop his ass.
Well,
That could be the hit factor.
but even if
that's a freaking reason he could be a superstar.
That's not gonna
right?
work again, bro. That's not gonna work again. That was Shakur, man. You gotta think about it, man. I don't think some of y'all are too young to remember the '90s and the early 2000s. How powerful the HBO was, bro. There's no way it's not even the same landscape. Boxing was so much stronger and the fighters were so much better. But, you know, I don't want to beat up Shakur too much because we have other fighters that will be exciting. There's the chance for Boots. I'd put my stock in Boots or Abdullah Mason or even his Shakur's crazy buddy that just won on his undercard. Well, Keyshawn, if he can keep his head on straight, he might beat somebody. We got Vargas.
Might do.
We got Atuma. We got Moses Atuma. We got a lot of good guys that are exciting, but everybody is trying to just think that Shakur nobody's beating him. I'm gonna admit that nobody's beating this kid. But you can't do.
I don't know about that. I mean, we'll see, man.
You just said it for me. You just said it for me. That's why I think he has a chance because as much as I like Abdullah Mason as a fighter, and he seems like he's a good kid, he has a lot of flaws in the ring, bro. He's probably gonna get knocked off eventually.
Like I said, he's gonna be an Andre Ward, or he's gonna be a Bud Crawford if Bud never got Canelo. He's just gonna be like, hardcores know him, but even Bud was exciting. Even Bud was exciting.
Between Shakur, this is my last point. Here's the difference between Shakur and Andre Ward and Crawford too. Shakur has big names around his weight class. I keep saying it. Crawford was fighting guys like Ndongo, fucking Postol, and who else? That Cuban midget. Forget his name.
Crawford was exciting, bro. Crawford got knockouts.
Okay, but those guys are not. It doesn't matter if you're exciting or not if you're not fighting people.
Yes, it is, bro. Let me make one more point. Let's contrast a fraud, which is Tank Davis, who cherry picked and never fought anybody. But guess who the casuals and the youngsters were talking about? Tank. That's all. Tank is popular. Tank really is a commodity, but. If you contrast him with Shakur wants to fight all the good fighters. He does beat all the good fighters. Nobody cares. At the end of the day,
exactly.
At the end of the day, casuals want to see violence. They want to see knockouts. And have you heard the term that boxing is not just a sport, it's entertainment? It's unfair, but that's a popular statement because it's true. You can't sell 12-round decisions, just slap it. All he did was work a 1-2 on what's his name? You know what I mean? And he won. That's all. 1-2.
Do you guys imagine a scenario where all these celebrities are gonna show up to watch Shakur Stevenson fight? You know, let's say Shakur Stevenson is on a roll. Let's say Shakur Stevenson is beating all these top guys, right? By decision. All of a sudden, he reaches a point where he's so popular that you have all these celebrities and red carpet.
I don't see him being popular to the frickin' right. I think he's fantastic. I think he's a fantastic boxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from an entertainment value, he's not the guy, right? But from a technical standpoint, right, all you have to do, right, is look at his front foot in that Teal fight. His front foot was always on the outside. He was always in position. His cat-like reflexes anytime Teal twitched, right? And if you look at Teal jumping in half the time, right, he's popping in, and Shakur could have landed several punches on him on several different occasions.
He didn't want to,
but he decides, you know what? I'm not going to do that. There, I'm just going to box my game. You cannot get this guy out of his own style.
Well, part of his defense is that you don't open up with more than 2 shots at a time, and that's what Floyd did. And that's really the smart way if you're thinking about, like, because once you throw 3 punches, that's you're open up a lot longer than just throwing a 1 or a 1-2 or pop shot. So part of their defense is they don't open offense
and counter punching the whole time,
I
waiting
forget
for
the
your
guy. I
opponent to
forget the
make a
guy who
first
did
move.
that to you, right? I forget the guy who did that to you, right? But that guy was slow-footed. He stood right in front of him, and there was no freaking danger coming back. And Shakur in that fight, he opened up in that fight. It was the military guy. I forget his name off the top of my head.
Herring.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But you know what? Maybe that's the
Herring,
blueprint. If they want to make Shakur a star, they're gonna have to go to Tank Davis route, where he's gonna fight a bunch of cupcakes, a bunch of hype jobs, a bunch of blown up smaller guys, beat them up and knock them out. Because if he fights, because he needs to mix that in between fighting the real guys. Because I'm sorry, man, just once he fights the elite guys, it's gonna be 12 round slap. I watched a fight with like 100. I watched it in this big venue, right? And everybody was kind of enjoying the undercard, and they were watching UFC too. Dude, no, but everybody was on their phones, or everybody was signing out of their tabs and leaving during the like halfway through the Shakur fight. It's brilliant for nerds like us, but you can't sell it, bro. You can't tell the casuals. You can't tell the casuals, hey man, it's gonna go 12 rounds, but you're really gonna enjoy the distance and the jab and the defense. You're gonna really enjoy it, bro.
All right.
You're gonna be like,
all right. Let somebody else. Okay, go ahead. Somebody wants to say something.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Brian.
Why Boots and Virgil needs to happen. Boots and Virgil is but unfortunately that fight hasn't really been built the way it should be. And they're not even champions of that weight. But regardless, that's the type of fight can bring casuals.
Yes.
Agreed. 100%.
Stylistically, that fight is perfect.
100%. Couldn't agree more.
But by the way, I'm not gonna say Boots is better than Shakur, but I think Virgil's a better fighter than Tio. At least for the type of style that he has. Yeah. Even though Tio, and that's why we shouldn't go too far with the resume thing. Even though Tio technically has got a better resume and is more accomplished than Virgil, I just think Virgil's more disciplined as far as his, what he's doing in the ring. He's not just relying on athleticism. He's actually pretty.
He's more dangerous. He's more dangerous, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Who would you rather fight, Teofimo Lopez or Virgil Ortiz?
That would be a harder fight for Shakur. Go ahead.
I think who would you rather fight, Teofimo Lopez or Virgil Ortiz? Like, so you're a pro boxer. Who would you?
Oh no, Lopez. I'd rather. Yeah. I'd rather fight Lopez, right? Because he can't fight in the front foot. I'd back foot them up.
Virgil actually knows how to fight on the front foot. He would be able to close distance a lot better than Will can.
Well, Virgil's gonna force
fight in the front foot.
Yeah, Virgil's gonna force him to fight. Like this is where Boots is gonna have to pull out everything, because he's gonna come at him he's not Boots is not a defensive wizard the way like Shakur is. He gets hit.
No, he's not.
Here's where styles make fights. So a guy like Virgil stylistically would give somebody like Shakur problems, who's considered a pure boxer. But stylistically, a boxer puncher like a Boots Ennis who relies on people coming forward, they can run into shots. Those guys give pressure fighters like Virgil Ortiz problems. Yeah. Because Virgil's going to have to take some shots in order to get close to Boots. And Boots is not pillow fisted.
Yeah, and who was the fighter? Who was the fighter Boots had problems catching? It was that Karen guy, the Ukrainian.
Yeah. Virgil doesn't fight that
Ukrainian guy.
Yeah,
that was the guy Boots had problem, right? Because he was a back foot fighter.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fighters always have a weird fight versus like a no-name guy like that where they don't look good, but then they come back and they look amazing. Because even Virgil had that. Virgil, when he fought Boachuk, everybody thought he lost it. So when Bud fought that guy before Canelo, people discredit him for that. Everybody has that weird fight. I think it's what the fighters just can't get up for. They got these big names that they're thinking about, and then when they get a guy like Karen or Boachuk or that guy that Bud fought before Canelo, they don't get excited for him. And I can understand. They're human.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's also like, for example, when you're in front of a guy that can It hurts you. Your senses go up, so you're sharper. Like it's hard to describe, but like.
Well, you fight better scared. I always tell people if you ain't scared, if you ain't a little nervous, then you're something's wrong. You're gonna get your head knocked off. But I think Boots has more of a chance if they really start pushing it to be a star, because if he fights Virgil, I think he'll beat Virgil, and then he has Fundora, and then he has Fundora and Thurman about to fight, and that's going to be an exciting fight. So whoever wins, which should be Fundora, it's going to catapult them a little bit, give them a little bit more clout. So that,
Xander Zayas has a Puerto Rican,
Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican. Yeah, see, these guys remind me of the 90s, bro.
Who else is
That's the other guy that has a chance to be a pay-per-view star is Boots, and Virgil too, because he's in the same weight class. Virgil's got a big opportunity with the Canelo being gone to pick up that Mexican.
I mean, Josh Kelly has a UK behind him as well. Go ahead, Carl.
I've seen a lot of what Virgil's like. I like watching fighters take a few shots and face a bit of adversity and see how they come back and fight under pressure, and see how, if their equilibrium gets smashed out of their brain. I've seen that in Virgil. I just haven't seen that in Boots yet. That's the only thing I've got. Only smear I can put on Boots is I just haven't seen him chin checked. I haven't seen him face a big puncher like
Boots. He gets hit in the chin. He hasn't been able to take it.
Like Karen.
Yeah.
Karen.
Maybe I think Boots might have a good chin, bros. People keep saying that. I just think he has a good chin.
Not tested.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to think.
Nobody's saying he doesn't. We're just saying we don't know. That's
okay. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
We'll find out on 154. Lima wasn't gonna test his chin, obviously, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, they got to go through that Amir Khan, Maidana kind of test. You remember even Victor Ortiz back in the day? They're like, this is the next guy. They put him in front of Maidana, and Maidana knocked the block off. Well, you got to put him in versus a real legit puncher. But I mean, I think he can. But we don't know for sure. You don't want to be let down. You gotta check all the checks.
Yeah, see that's where I just think, I think Virgil's ticked off a few more boxes, and that's the only criticism I got against Boots is I haven't seen him chin checked and face a big puncher.
And Virgil has to hurry up, man.
If he goes in there and tries to brawl with Virgil, he could win that way too, but he's gonna lower his chances of winning that fight. He might get clipped. If he boxes and
he's gonna get clipped.
To outside, I think he'll win that pretty comfortably.
But Virgil has to make moves, man. Virgil has to hurry up, and because remember he had a lot of time off because he had rhabdo, and I think that took time off his boxing clock. And also with guys with that kind of aggressive style, they burn out quicker, man. So he's got a lot of things working against him, and he eats ass too. I don't know if y'all saw that tweet where he's eating that girl's booty. He eats ass, bro. So he's got a lot of things where he's hot right now, but he could fall off at any minute. So he's got to hurry up and make his money.
If I was the coach for Boots and I'm fighting Virgil, I say go to his body. Every chance you get, rep his body.
Yeah, and that's one thing Virgil does not neglect. That's how Virgil stopped Michael.
They both go to the body well.
Yeah.
I would say Boots test his body, right? Because of that sickness, of that illness, because that's more to do with the body. So I would say just rep it. Every chance you get, rep it.
And I have faith in Boots' chin because Boots is huge. If you talk to the insiders, they're like, there's no way. They're wondering how did he make the weight classes, but it's his youth that helped them, and we never saw him rocked. And usually when you see guys like Oscar De La Hoya when he was young and skinny, and Tito Trinidad when he was young and skinny, you see these guys when they're killing themselves to make those lower weights, they're getting clipped and they're getting hurt and wobbled and dropped. But Boots is doing that. He's torturing his body. When he was torturing his body, and he was never clipped. So I have faith in his chin. Now that he's heavier, I think he's going to be a lot stronger.
Well, he was fighting smaller guys.
Exactly.
He was fighting smaller guys. He was fighting smaller guys. I mean,
and then
come on.
Then fights a big guy who's fought at 160 and basically knocks him out in one punch. He's gonna punch a lot harder at 154. You'll see.
Oh Jesus! I'm sorry. Lima didn't even land a punch. Lima couldn't even throw a punch. that fight doesn't even count, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Lima had never been knocked down before, and he did fight a legit guy at 160. The Irish guy McKenna stopped Liam Smith.
We're talking about the chin. I'm talking about the chin. I mean, listen, the power might be there. The power, I guess, is there, but the chin.
McKenna couldn't even hurt Lima for 12 rounds.
Lima didn't land the punch on Shakur.
Here, I'm telling you, right? I've seen McKenna fight live. He doesn't hit hard.
Well, there you go.
He don't.
I don't know about that, but he does have power for a 160 power. He's got some pop.
Yeah, he's got decent pop, but he don't have that conclusive knockout. No,
Lima wasn't a fucking test.
Come on.
Also, Bucho, if you know your boxing, you know some of these guys who are so-called C-level guys, they have good chins. Because they might not be as technically good as other guys.
I'm not saying Lima doesn't have a chin. I think it's a misunderstanding here. Listen, I think Boots has power, but I'm saying his chin hasn't been checked at 154. And he was fighting smaller guys at 147. Like, yeah, I think the power's there at 154. The chin.
I have no thing with his power. I do think Boots has legit power. I have no problem with that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think him and Virgil both have legit power.
I think they both have
technical
power. Yeah,
he's not as technically clean as a guy like Shakur Stevenson, who's got like a huge amateur
background. Nobody is as technically clean as Shakur Stevenson. Let's be real.
I agree.
That guy's amazing. From any tactical standpoint, he's fucking amazing.
Well, every generation we get one. Every generation we get one. We have Shakur now. Before it was Floyd, and before Floyd it was Sweet Pea. But
Sweet Pea.
The thing is,
Floyd. The difference with Floyd is he had all of that, but he was actually athletic and he had power too at the lower weight class. Difference.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Shakur didn't have that. Shakur's more like the Andre Ward. A little bit better than Andre Ward, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing. See what I like about Floyd. Floyd actually he would walk guys down a little bit. He did that with Cotto. He did that with Judah. Where he would actually just put his gloves up and just come forward and then just catch and shoot. You know what I mean? So even though
can do that,
I've never seen Shakur do that.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about that fight is Roger Mayweather jumping over the fucking rope.
All right, I can't understand. Nobody can understand anything. We're talking. Okay, Brian, go ahead.
I said the only thing I remember about the judo fight is Roger Mayweather jumping over this fucking top rope.
Oh, the brawl there.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember about the Judah Mayweather fight.
I remember Judah doing pretty well, but that's another story. Go ahead, Dirk. I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, Shakur is definitely capable of catching and shooting. He did it against Padley. He did it at times against Teo. He even did it against Zepeda a little bit. I thought he was in the pocket a little bit too long against Zepeda, but he showed you against Zepeda he can fight on the inside. He's a good inside fighter. And
yeah, but I'm talking about when Floyd would take rounds and just walk forward and just walk somebody down. Like you remember he would just walk straight at him with his gloves up, and he would just crack a hook or throw a straight right hand. He would have Cotto backing up. You know what I mean? Later in that fight, or Judah when he had Judah hurt, or even Mosley. He did that with Mosley when he adjusted. You know what I mean? After he got hurt, but I haven't seen Floyd do it to that degree. Like Floyd took one round off with Teo, and that's the one round Teo won. But I think Teo only won it because I think Shakur was like, okay, I'm gonna open up a little bit more. But then he went right back to just the game plan.
All right.
Teo didn't make any adjustments, man. He had no
answer. Nobody should be surprised. Teo shit the bed versus Cambosis. He a lot of people thought he lost versus Ortiz. A lot of people thought he lost versus that Spaniard dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He hasn't been looking great, man.
No fundamentals.
Even the Barbosa fight. The Barbosa, listen, he beat Barbosa, but it's not like it was a great performance.
He was just like leaving in.
Look at the punch output. It's very low.
And I think even with Loma was so much smaller than him, and I think the shoulder was a problem with Loma, and Loma was coming back. So like a lot of the wins at the lower weight classes, he was squeezing down and coming in huge versus these guys. I mean, I don't want to take away from the win, but like these guys play these games, you know what I mean? And so we got
Yeah,
I mean, that's every fighter.
but the reality is, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, but here's the thing, right? Do you expect him to make any adjustments when his trainer goes, "Why can't you hit him?
No, of
Why
course.
can't you hit him?"
Okay,
Oh,
yeah. No, that's he
Like,
fought with
seriously.
he doesn't have a corner. That's impressive. I mean, it's impressive.
But
It's
everybody
impressive
was
that he got
everybody
this.
was said his
It's impressive he got Teofimo
go-
Lopez got this far without a trainer. That's quite impressive.
Well, no, you got to remember he had other trainers with him. A lot of people said his best performance was versus Lomachenko, but guess what? He had Joey Gamache.
Oh
As
yeah,
the-
you're
as like-
right.
Yeah.
Joey Gamache
So
used to watch a lot of
he-
tapes. Remember that he was he
Oh,
analyzed.
but yeah,
yeah,
and then so he was getting props, and guess what? Dad got jealous, and so they canned him. So like I don't know, man. Too many cooks in the kitchen. We know this guy's not all there. We know that there's family problems because of the wife, because of the
I
dad.
remember
The mom
now.
hates the girlfriend. They aired all that shit out. I'm not trying to just be a gossip guy here, but they aired it all out. You know what I mean? So these guys, they're all just kind of crazy, man. But
I
Yeah,
forgot
but
about
here-
Joey
here-
Gamache, man. That's true.
Here, all I'm saying is, how the hell is a man meant to make any adjustments when your corner is as smart as like an IQ of a 2-year-old?
yeah, and they said he was like drunk. He was drunk on fight week. He wasn't. That's
That
why he
wouldn't
didn't go to
surprise
the
me.
press conference.
Yeah, we don't know that.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, but he's
I wouldn't
he's
be-
got
I
that
wouldn't be
power over his
surprised.
son. I don't think
Yeah.
he can't. He can't. I don't think his son can leave him if he wanted to. His dad has some crazy like grip on him where I think I don't know. Like I don't think Tio can lose him.
I mean, they probably made a bunch of excuses. See, this is on this and this happened. You didn't listen to me, and he has them all fucking MK Ultra controlled. And so,
Yeah, his dad threw him under the bus. His
Yeah.
dad threw him under the bus. And Andre Ward made a video
So
like, "Hey, man, you can't do that. You gotta have your son's back. You gotta, stop. He threw his own son under the bus. I don't know. That's crazy.
And
I don't blame him. I can't listen to Teal Senior as well.
No, we can't. Nobody can.
Don't listen to that guy.
Tio's already talking about moving up to 147, so it's like they already made up their minds. Him and his father. Okay, they probably made some excuses. Oh, this is why we lost. Now it's time to move up to 147. That's a terrible idea, in my opinion. I don't think he should move out to 147. He's gonna be fighting bigger
I think
guys.
Devin beats him.
He's unlimited.
He'll clinch him to a decision.
Right?
I want to see that fight.
Teal's unlimited.
It's one of those similar to this last.
Yeah, Teal's a limited fighter. He's a mid-range counterpuncher. Right?
He needs to fight Matias.
No,
He won't. Right? He has been for years.
Tio never fought Matias, never fought Puello, never fought any of those guys. So why would he fight them now? Like it risks something. Now he needs to make a comeback. So that's
Dalton Smith is a good fight for Tio. I think he can win that fight.
he doesn't want to stay at 140 because the 140 is now tainted. He wants to move on to something else. He doesn't want to stay at 140. So yeah, he's gonna take his chances at 147. Maybe he's like, oh, if I win a belt at 147, people are gonna forget my shitty performance against Shakur and all of that. So that's the plan.
What's Crawford?
What's that?
What's Crawford?
How you doing?
Oh yeah, Crocker, the IBF welterweight champion. He might go for that belt. You know, maybe he can get a Ryan Garcia fight, a money fight. And yeah, there's a lot of options at 147 for sure. But again, this because of the way he fights lately. He's been fighting lately, and because of his size, I don't think welterweight is a good idea.
Look, man, you can survive in the sport off of sheer athleticism. Theo is a perfect example. And you can actually beat guys more, quote unquote, skilled or more technical than you. But eventually, that's going to, unless you're like Roy Jones. When Roy Jones beat B-Hop, B-Hop is more technical. Or Mosley versus De La Hoya. De La Hoya is more technical than Mosley. You can never beat Mosley. So it's possible.
Well, I mean, the second fight was pretty close. I think it was a robbery, but oh yeah, I get what you mean. You know, styles make fights and stuff like that. But in this case, I mean, Teofimo Lopez not because he didn't lose simply because of Shakur Stevenson's style. I mean, Teofimo Lopez has been looking pretty average in multiple fights already, where he shouldn't have looked average because he wasn't like he was fighting a another elite boxer or a boxer that was on his level. He was fighting the Claguettes of the world, the Sandro Martins of the. And I know Sandro Martin, he can be tricky, but I mean, Teofimo Lopez is supposed to be a pound for pounder. He should have been way above Sandro Martin. And it's not, it wasn't again. It was multiple performance.
Wasn't good.
Oh, you're breaking. You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Devin shit the bed. So.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! My bad.
I think it's me or. All right, go ahead.
No. I'm saying like even that last fight, he didn't look good. But what made him look good was that the other two fights were so terrible that the one that performed and won and did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, he looked very bad against Barboza. He looked terrible. I agree. Barboza wasn't attacking him. He couldn't counter.
But the commentators were telling you
he can't cut off a ring.
The commentators were telling you something else. The commentators were telling you something else. They were telling you, "Oh, what a masterful."
I don't listen to commentary.
Well, that's the thing. But that's the thing. But see, if you watch the fight, like you said, Brian, you're not gonna be impressed by that Teofimo Lopez performance against Barboza. You're gonna be like, "Well, this is boring." Or why isn't he throwing punches? Like, well, I know. Okay, Barboza is not doing much. You do something, right? But the commentators, look, masterful performance, or all of these skills. Look at the skills, because obviously they're not gonna tell you it's fucking boring. Well, at some point, Jim Lampley started, telling the truth, like this is boring. But for the most part, they tried to embellish the whole fucking thing. But no, it wasn't a good performance from Teofimo Lopez against Barbosa. It wasn't a good performance against Ortiz. It wasn't a good performance against Claggett. Yes, he beat Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor, again, I have to fucking say this again. That guy, he lost against Catterall before that. I mean, he got a robbery win. Then he fought Catterall again after he fought Teo, and then he lost that fight. And then he lost against somebody else. I forgot his name. So let's calm down here. I'm not making excuses, by the way. An excuse would be if I would be lying. I'm not fucking lying. Everything I said is true.
Yeah, well, I'll put it like this: has Teal improved over the last number of years? No, he hasn't. He's actually gone downhill. He's gotten worse. He hasn't picked up any new style. He hasn't made any adjustments over the years. People have figured him out.
Exactly.
And that's
he's a better dancer. He's a better dancer now.
A better dancer. He picked up mental illness along the way. Right, since that loss to Cambosos, he picked up a mental illness, and like Brian was saying, he didn't really improve on anything. Now, remember, guys, going into the Josh Taylor fight, a lot of people picked Josh Taylor to win that fight. He was a lineal champion.
Yeah.
I also picked him. Teofimo Lopez was like, he was inconsistent. He wasn't looking great, and then he defeated Josh Taylor, and then that's when he had that his career resurrected. Remember that? But then he got, bad performances. So did he actually really change anything for that Josh Taylor fight? Probably not.
No, the Josh Taylor performance was more to do with Josh Taylor than it was Teal.
That's what I'm thinking now.
And that's what I've been telling people, is Teal hasn't improved over the last 5 years. He hasn't.
And I know
actually he's gone downhill.
I agree, but I mean, I can understand why Shakur fans are gonna be saying, "Oh, you guys are making excuses. You're saying this and that, blah blah blah." But
I'm not making excuses. Shakur was excellent. Not making, right?
And I'm saying nobody's gonna beat Shakur. Nobody's gonna beat Shakur, but we're just telling it like it is. But even the best Tio is not gonna beat Shakur.
Yeah, probably not. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's it.
Devin Haney, by the way, for the Devin Haney fans out there, he's not beating.
You're breaking up, Dirk. I think you're driving.
I think he has the best shot.
Who has the best
I think that would be a boring fight.
Well, he's long. He has a good jab. That 1-2, I'll give him that. And another thing is I've always talked shit about him. But I'm always talking about these guys squeezing in, but they always look better when they get bigger. I might be eating my words, man, because he might just automatically have a better chin and have real power at 147, because he's another guy that was squeezing down using snack and those 36-hour rehydration times. So I might be eating my words of all the shit I talked about him, and he might just end up being a lot better.
Here's the problem for Devin Haney. Devin Haney's really only fought 2 southpaws in his career. Think Jojo Diaz and Lomachenko. And if you happen to notice in those fights, both of those guys basically took his jab away. Go back and watch those fights.
Yeah, I know, but what's
jab effective against Loma? Do you remember his jab being effective against Loma? I don't think he barely landed many jabs.
Loma's elusive though, because he doesn't stand in front of you like Shakur does. But the best punch to throw against the southpaw is a right hand, and Devin, that's his best punch, and it's fast, and he's longer.
Shakur. You might land one punch, but you're not gonna land consistently on Shakur. Like with one type of punch, he's gonna make adjustments and take that shit away. Too smart.
Yeah, I mean, I would favor Shakur,
I haven't seen anybody try to make any adjustments against Shakur. Like, not really. I mean,
that's because most fighters can't make adjustments because most fighters can't make adjustments. There's only a few fighters that are good at doing stuff like those are the elite of the elite.
Okay, yeah, I get it. But let's see Shakur fight these guys, right?
I mean, those guys aren't just walking around waking up every single day. Which is like you gotta
aggressive boxers are there. I mean,
are they? No, well, you just said, okay, aggressive. Okay, an aggressive boxer who can make adjustments on the fly.
Okay, you're
who
saying
the fuck is that?
Elite. Okay, let's stick with. Right. Let's stick with elite boxers that can make adjustments. I mean, you're telling me there aren't any. I mean, I can. Keyshawn, but he will never fight Keyshawn.
Keyshawn can make adjustments. Amara Tyler, he's got a decent boxing IQ. I'll give him that.
That fight might sell, man. Let them start a beef between each other. I thought you were my brother, man. Now you betrayed me, and it's gonna be. Now it's out for blood.
What about Hitchens? What about Hitchens?
They wouldn't have to man. I could see that happening. They're both.
One way he can get clout is because you know what they're setting up the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney rematch, and I think if they fight again at welter, that I'm gonna favor Devin this time. So, and then if Devin wins. That fight will be big. I'll give it that. That fight's going to be huge if the chips fall the way they want them to fall. That's why the WBC is giving him the shot at Barrios, because that's the fight they know is going to make money and it's going to be big. So if he can go there and then Shakur goes in the ring after that, calls him out, talks his shit, maybe he can move the needle that way. You know what I mean?
There's already a story, a pre-written story with Shakur and Devin. You know, they sparred as kids. There's always been a rivalry between those two. Consider the two guys coming up from the beginning.
They all have rivals, man. They're all competitors. You know, they all want to be the best. You know, I'm sure they were all licking their chops at Tank when Tank was getting all this clout, but Tank was never going to fight nobody. So now it's next man up.
Tank, I don't know if he's taking Tank out of the picture. He's going to come back.
If Barrios
probably
beats
not.
Devin,
or maybe not.
Right. I can't. Right. I do not think Barrios is I think he's like average at best, right? Barrios beats Ryan. We're in a worse state than we fought in boxing.
No, because then they're gonna make Ryan versus Devin, and that's gonna be a big fight.
I'm talking about if Barrios beats Ryan.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Boxing's in a worse fucking state than it was ever imagined.
I mean, the welterweight division is dead. I mean, if that happens, then everybody's just gonna kind of forget about the welterweight division until people move up. Because right now the welterweight is trash. It's 154, 140, 135. You know, like everybody but 147 is hot right now.
Yeah, but things must.
If Barrios wins, is dead.
Yeah. No, well, listen. If Ryan Garcia wins, he gets a belt. Pacquiao's still in the mix, I guess. Apparently, you know, he's still a big draw. If he can grab a belt against Rolly, then you have Haney as a champion, Pacquiao's a champion, Ryan Garcia's a champion, and then let's say somebody grabs that belt from that Crooker guy. I forgot his name, the British guy, the IBF. Man, you start having
Xander. I think there's Xander.
Xander? What about Xander?
Oh no! Sorry. My bad. That's the wrong weight class. Shit.
Yeah. So I mean, you could start having some interesting unification fights at welterweight. But we can. I mean, I think Shakur should move up to welterweight. I think he's big enough.
You said Shakur should fight at 154.
Eventually,
that's insane.
No. Welterweight. I said welterweight. 147. Eventually, he'll make 154. He looks big. I'm not
I
even
don't even
joking.
think he can really fight at 147 effectively.
Effectively, what's the difference? Like, what do you think? You think he's too small?
Right, but because this motherfucker started at 126, he's not that big.
Oh, he's big. No, he's big. Technology has advanced to this point. Like, this is in the 1990s, man.
Here we go.
I'm not even joking. Look at the guy.
Also,
He
part
looked muscular.
of the people. Oh, hold up, Bucho. Part of the reason guys are able to move up effortlessly is because they might have the chin for it or they have the power for it. You think Shakur has all that shit? He might be skilled in anybody, but you know.
Well, you're saying he's a generational talent, and you're telling me that this is the limit. 147 is the limitations for this generational talent that you're talking about. Like he cannot. He's too.
Well,
He's not small.
Let's say he wins a belt. Let's say he wins a belt at 147. He'll be a 5-division world champion.
Yeah, so
many people have done that.
That's the money division. I mean, that's why Loma moved up. Loma wasn't supposed to be fighting these guys. Loma was a natural 126 pounder. He could have made 126 his whole career, but you move up for the money.
Yeah,
he moved up for Tio. He moved up for Devin.
By the way, Salvo, Lomachenko actually looked small for 135. He looked very small.
Did you see him next to Devin? When he next to Devin, it looked like a middleweight, but that's featherweight. I was like, man, this guy was. He
had
small.
a pinhead, like a little pinhead. Like, but what about? Oh no! But now I'm talking about. Oh, Shakur should move up to 147. Hold on. I'm saying Shakur should move up to 147, and Dirk's are. Oh no, he can't. You know.
No, this is what Shakur Stevenson needs to do. If he's so good, you think he could be someone like Boots Ennis?
I think Shakur will beat Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Shakur is too small for Boots. Come on.
No, he wouldn't.
Too small?
But he's too small for Boots. Now, if they were the same exact size, it'll be I would say it's 50-50, but I would.
All right, Dirk. Okay. What about Shakur against Devin Haney?
No, Shakur.
I got Shakur.
Okay, so why are you saying, oh no, he shouldn't move up to 147? I don't understand. Like, he's big enough for 147.
No, I thought you said 154.
No.
I thought you said 154. That's crazy.
No, I'm not that crazy. Maybe someday.
He could move up to 147.
Yeah,
no problem with that.
He fought at 147, but not 54.
All right. That's all I was asking for.
That's going too far.
I think, yeah, but he looked bigger than Teofimo Lopez. So.
I mean, he's taller than Tio. Is he more filled out than Tio? I don't think so.
He can. I mean, but he didn't look that small. Was what I'm saying. So he can easily make 147. Yeah, it's true that he started at 126, which is kind of impressive. But I don't know. Lately, we've seen these boxers just move up and down in weight like it's nothing. I don't know how they do it. Magic or something.
Devin Haney is big. Like Devin Haney's a big dude. He was bullying Brian Norman in that ring when they got in the clinch. Brian, you saw it on Brian Norman's face. He realized weaker guy. He realized that in the first round.
He's been doing that his whole career. So, he bullies people on the inside. So he does. I forget what fight it was. He got hit in the 10th round. You see him grabbing for his life. Like he was out in his feet. Devin Haney.
Linares.
Right?
Linares,
right? Yeah, right. When Linares landed one on him and he was out there, he grabbed for his life. That shows you how strong Devin Haney is.
Oh yeah.
Even when he's fucking out of it, like he's still got that power to grab and hold, and you ain't getting him off you.
Hell no, and now you see his metamorphosis. His body's changed. He's all muscular and everything. We have the pictures. This guy looks big now. It's crazy how easily he puts on muscle. So, and this is just one example. There's other boxers that are doing the same thing. They just put on muscle very easily. I don't know. I've been watching boxing for a long time, and I never seen this before. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is just strange. I'm looking for the pictures. But anyways, yeah, Haney looks big.
It might be that he just...
I don't know, the diet? Magic?
I thought it might be that he just...
The what?
That he just...
What was that?
P. Diddy. Just...
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that makes more sense. I can't find the picture, but yeah, no, these guys are big now. They can move up 2 divisions like it's nothing. Look at Crawford. All of a sudden, boom, 168. He looks the same size as Canelo. Same size.
Yeah.
So, when people tell me Shakur can do this, and I think he can. He can make it. Yeah, he started at 126, but he can make 147, maybe even 154.
It's funny how one fight. It's funny how one fight can change everything. A couple fights ago, when he fought De Los Santos, Core's a bum. He's the most boring fighter I've ever seen in my life. He can't beat this guy. He can't beat that guy.
He still is.
That guy beats him. Now, all of a sudden, trying to find who can beat Shakur. Overnight, you become Thanos. It's funny how boxing.
No.
I've always said that 135, 130, Shakur Stevenson is the hardest fighter to beat.
Absolutely, I've been saying that from the beginning.
I've been saying that for years. Yeah.
Bucho knows I've been consistent when it comes to Shakur. I've never changed.
Damn.
Yeah, listen, I haven't forgotten that De Los Santos fight. That guy literally ran the Conceição fight. I mean, that was a dirty ass fucking fight. Sure, he beat Teofimo Lopez, but I'm still,
By the way, De Los Santos underrated. Did you forget what he did to Rayo Venezuela?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know why a pound for pounder like I don't understand why a generational talent like Shakur had to literally run against De Los Santos. Sure, De Los Santos is not a bomb, but
it was a bad night.
Well, it was a bad night.
But even good fighters have bad nights. In a way, generational talent.
So maybe Teofimo Lopez had a bad night. Maybe Teofimo Lopez had a bad night too, right?
Oh, stop it.
Well, I mean,
in a way, the generational talent. Hold up, Bucho. Hold up. In a way, the generational talent. He got dropped by a DoorDash. So, you're allowed to have nights.
I understand about nights, but well, when it comes to bad nights, I mean, Teofimo Lopez, how many bad nights has he had?
Oh, you're just trying to take away from Shakur.
Okay, no, you don't want to answer my question.
That's what you're doing. You're being a hater.
I'm just asking.
You don't want to give Shakur the credit.
I'm asking important questions.
So by and large, you want to do credit to Tio.
I'm just asking.
You want to basically say the Tio's overrated, so Shakur doesn't deserve it.
I just want the truth. All right, that's all I'm asking.
Well, the truth is, Shakur is a special fighter. It's okay to give credit.
All right. Well, when I end the show, it's been 2 hours, man. But Derek, thank you for being on the show, all right, and everybody else who joined. Have a good night. All right, we're gonna end the show, guys. Let's keep it somewhat short. Open Lines Friday, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Guys, thank you for listening to the show. Everybody who donated, and yes, again, we achieved our goal of $470 to buy the another Roadcaster Duo. All right, so thank you for that. Really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. All right, have a good night.
Listos pelos chingazos. Listos pelos chingazos.
I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
While the only AI most people are reporting now is ChatGPT. Disappear for a month and